show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Attention all wrestling fans! Get ready for the ultimate fan experience at the WCBs WrestleMania Fan Meetup in Los Angeles, California from March 30th through April 2nd. This event will bring together the biggest event in wrestling and your favorite podcast, as well as diehard fans from all over the world. This is the perfect opportunity for fans to connect and celebrate their love of the sport as well as their love of us. So mark your calendars, grab your tickets, and get ready to suck it and join us live. Don't miss out on the ultimate fan experience at the WCBs WrestleMania Fan Meetup weekend in LA. And if you're not a wrestling fan, there will be other YouTube creator events, including a trip to the brand new Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios. So listen to World Class Bullshitters Live for more updates, and for more information, email worldclassbs@mail.com. Thebestmail.com, jabroni. Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the last standing Samoan, Big Rig Nick Utam.
That's no moon.
Ooh, that's a chick's butt. What's up, man?
I mean, I was thinking of Chinese satellite, but, you know, to each his own. I think you need to get some glasses, Jeff.
I got a one-track mind. I'm sorry, but yeah.
It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good.
I love balloons. And folks, for the meantime, say hello to our other co-host, American Ramrod Kendo Slice.
I'm glad I'm here, Jeff, and I'd just like to take the time to make this announcement. I do not plan on playing the Hogwarts game. Not because I don't care about J.K. Rowling being like a Nerf turf or whatever the fuck they're calling her, but I'm just ambivalent towards Harry Potter. I don't care. So I won't be playing it.
You know, I kind of want to play it for trolling reasons. I want to see what people will say to harass us. I want to see how people will treat us. I'm more ambivalent towards Harry Potter like you. I respect Harry Potter for the business. I really have studied it on another level. I haven't even told you guys about it, but on one of the projects I'm working on, Harry Potter is kind of like stuff I'm using as an example, a blueprint. So I have a different opinion of Harry Potter, but yeah, I ain't in a rush to play that damn game either. I got a different game to play, Kendo. You and I are probably still both playing GoldenEye, right?
I've been playing GoldenEye slowly but surely. Yeah, I know, calm down. I've been slowly but surely playing through it on Secret Agent, and I guess he's upset because he can't fucking play. But I'm more excited about the new virtual consoles that just dropped, the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance. There's not a whole lot on there right now. Will you calm down? Gonna give you one of these. And but the Minish Cap is on Game Boy Advanced. And that is one that I never played because I never owned a Game Boy Advance. So I'm kind of excited to play that one right now. A little busy with a bunch of other bullshit, but you know what? That's just how it works. And maybe one day I'll start to play. I'll get to enjoy it. But for now, I'm gonna just continue working through what I've got to work through. And can you leave me alone? Option.
So I want to get through GoldenEye, but I don't want to do each difficulty. So instead of playing Secret Agent, I just went from Agent to 00 Agent, and I'm on the Control. It took me forever to get through Train, like literally a week. But here's the thing: I wasn't dying. I wasn't fucking up. Well, I was fucking up, but I wasn't dying. What would happen is I'd get to the end of the level, I'd save Natalia, I'd laser the floor, we'd go, and she'd get killed by the explosion. What I forgot is that you gotta go in the train car.
When you get out. And there's like 3 guys with AKs, and you're running away from them. Sometimes they light her up. It's always random too. Like you'll get out, you'll see the bullets whizzing past you, nothing. All of a sudden, she'll come out, and you'll hear the thud sounds of her getting hit, and she'll just go and drop, and you're like, God damn it! It's like 1 out of like every 50 playthroughs, because usually she's like invisible to them, but every once in a while, Natalia just gets lit up like a Christmas tree, and you're just like, all of that work, especially if you're doing it on the timed run, and you're like, you're gonna get the record, but you don't because she got shot. It's like, fuck. The number of times she screwed me out of that game is just
that dumb Russian whore.
Yeah,
dude. It's even worse when you're me and you accidentally shoot her yourself multiple times as you escape the train because you're like trying to shoot the guys in the background and that dumbass runs right into your line of fire. Oh, right in the head. Done.
Yeah.
That happened to me 5 times today. I almost threw my controller at the TV. I was like, fuck! But no, I remained cool. I got through. I beat the level.
Oh my God.
And then I played jungle and it literally took me 2 tries to get through jungle. I was like, oh shit, This is easy.
Dude,
You know what I never noticed?
I played through jungle the other day on Secret Agent, and I did everything. I'm just like peeping around corners, just blowing everybody away. Killed Xenia, no problems, because she always liked a good squeeze. And I get to the end of the level, walk into the elevator, but it doesn't give you the cutscene. It goes straight to something. It goes straight to the mission folder. I forgot to fucking blow up on them damn boxes. Like, God damn.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that pisses me off when I miss stuff like that. But anyway, what were you saying?
Oh no, I was gonna say so GoldenEye has no body armor on 00 agent mode. Or so I thought. If you play the jungle, there are 2 sets of body armor, and when you get the control, the body armor's still on the 3rd floor. And I never knew that until now. So it made jungle, I didn't need the health, because like the trick on jungle is to crouch and zoom the entire time, and you can see everybody in the distance and shoot them. But Control Natalia got lit up and I had to quit because we have the show tonight. So, folks, the reason I bring this up, though, this is all cross promotion. Last week I told you guys I think I could beat GoldenEye in about 45 minutes. Well, I did the Twitch stream. Over on WCBS Gaming, we have the GoldenEye speed run. I wasn't able to do it in 45 minutes. I did it in 49 minutes and 22 seconds. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to attempt it again. I'm going to shoot for that 45-minute mark, and then I'm going to try to shave time off. Now, this is only on Agent. I'm not going for any crazy difficulty, but I'm not playing with any cheats either. So,
no, it was impressive to watch because I was watching it here and there, and I was like, dude, you're just running through all this shit and just You
usually can on Agent because like the accuracy is like really low, and the damage isn't as high. Like if you try to run through a level on 00 Agent, you will be killed fairly easily.
Gotcha. Yeah, and once again, it's been a while since I played it. I need to download it myself and start playing it too. Yeah, hopefully this weekend.
It's amazing how much better those pinko bastards get at accuracy the harder the difficulty is.
Now,
it's all that artificial intelligence is what it is. Microsoft's pumping them full of it.
In the 90s? Are those all the Russian computers they got for the American schools, Kendo? That Natalia was picking up? Did they use those to program the movie of the game?
It would explain why a lot of those computers I had, the password was knockers and chair.
Now, folks, tonight is a very special night. It's our first episode where we feature our membership program. Now, we already had 4 people join. I didn't even get a chance to announce it outside of we made it live. The reason it took us so long is because in the initial rollout phase, our channel was not allowed to do it. And so it took a while for it to get here, and then things happen, and now we're here. But quick shout out to our newest members. We have Cesario Japaner, Sejorjan. Thank you to TLJ Screwjob, Shrebbles08, and Joseph Bienowicz, who joined already. Now, folks, I have a little audio clip that I'm going to add into this podcast a little later that tells you everything you're going to get with this. But remember, folks, each tier adds more, and we will not be taking anything away from the channel. For example, you like the show? The show's still here on Thursdays at the same time. You like this stuff? You like the videos? All that stuff will still be the same. This is just to add to help the channel grow, to do extra things, and to give you more content, because a lot of people want more content all the time. And one of the bonus things we'll be doing in the future are member streams, members-only streams. Now, folks, the reason we're trying to build up the numbers so quickly is because we want to get all the guys here at Members Only Jackets to wear on these Members Only streams because we're nerds. So remember, the higher tier you join, you will be helping us get our Members Only Jackets, as well as Dion's, assless chaps. And, oh wow, Matt G already joined, as well as Enrique. What's up, guys? Thank you, guys.
Well, also Shrebbles08 just gifted 5 memberships right now.
Oh, wow. And he joined the elite level shit. Thank you, Shrebbles08.
Maybe I should join. That way I can not only be a client, but I'm also a member.
The hair club for Kendo.
Yeah. Is it... how's it going? Not only am I the owner, I'm also... I don't fucking remember. I didn't pay attention to those commercials. I was like 12. I'm like, my hair is never going to fall out.
Yeah, what else to golden? Now, folks, what I wanted to let you know briefly is you're going to get all kinds of bonus stuff. We're going to start rolling that out in the coming week. But there are fun little emojis and icons. Now that we unlocked, I think you needed 2 memberships. You needed to have 2 to unlock more emojis. So right now you should have all 4 of us. I did the artwork. We transferred it to that. And then we're going to start adding more. Eventually, we'll have like Stealing Solo emojis, Buffalo Jeff emojis. And I got all the badges and stuff lined up too. So for every month you guys stick around, you're going to unlock another piece of the WCBS badge. Then you can unlock the WCBS seal of approval. Then you can unlock the old Miami Vice logo. You can get Wokebuster Jeff. We're going to be adding all kinds of crazy stuff. But it was just updated and loaded today. So what's there is to tell you guys what you'll be able to have access to. And a lot of old content already has been locked to members only because of the algorithm. So what you're going to get at any tiers, you're going to get everything we've ever put out that's been locked. So anything that's been unlisted or whatever is going to become members only, and you're going to have huge access to that. And then what we're going to do also on top of that, at the next tier, is we're going to add all of our Patreon stuff. So eventually you guys are going to have this huge back catalog only for members of 1,000+ hours of content. That's live streams, commentaries, watch-alongs, drunk watches, shit we did randomly on Patreon, and a lot more. Also, one last plug before we start the show proper. I got some big guests coming to the channel. I'm going to be recording something next month. I'm not going to make any announcements because we've never had any connection to these people, but we've all watched the shows and stuff that they've been involved with, and we all love it. So Nick Kendall, I'll tell you guys off air, but folks, be on the lookout. In March, we're going to have some big guests coming to WCBS.
I have one question. In terms of the members-only jackets, can we get, like, patches to put on our jackets?
Oh, of course, dude. You just got to wear it on stream.
Awesome, because I want one that says Ricky on the one side and grade 10 on the other side.
There you go. Oh, wow. Our membership just grew a lot. Thank you to Zombie Box Reviews. Thank you to Zach Z. Thank you to
members are
Asato
growing.
Fortune. Yeah, our members are growing, folks. Help our members grow. We also have our friend Patrick Youngmark. And I believe that is all the new people who keep joining. But folks, thank you. We're going to give you guys a show now because, like I said, if we did shout outs and everything all night long, it'd be like a Good Morning Pop Culture. Oh, wait. Maybe I can make that an exclusive. Oh, I'll work on everything, but don't worry. Stuff's going to start rolling out next week. Let's start talking about the show. Patreon, we have some fan mail that we're going to be reading at the end of the show, folks. This was an awesome question from a listener, and they wanted to know, Dr. Doom or Joker, who's better? So we're going to give you time to think about that tonight. You can chime in, and our members can tell us who they would like to vote for towards the end. And, yeah, we also have some other fan mail from our friend Ninja Lawyer Steve, so be on the lookout for that. Now, folks, I already pressed the WrestleMania Meetup button. I will avoid telling you all that information again, but I will press the button a little later into the show. But make sure you guys come to hang out with us because we can't wait, and we're going to have some exclusive stuff and some exciting stuff to give you guys in person. For those that make the trip, a little thank you from me to you. Now, guys, we are ready for a movie called Cocaine Bear because we always talk about cocaine here on the channel. And our friend James Cameron, turns out he's a cocaine user or was a cocaine user.
You don't
Would
say.
you like to hear
What?
Yes.
I would
James
never
Cameron.
believe that.
You mean James Cameron, the one who directed Piranha 2: The Spawning, where they fly out of the water? Yeah. That's crazy.
The hell you say, sir.
The hell. Now, I would like to continue down this path, but our friend Sajorjan, being super generous and amazing, sent this in. And you know what happens, folks. When you see that color pink, that means Scott Steiner's about to appear. And, well, they say that all men are created equal, but...
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, if we used to go one-on-one, and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Thank you, Sajorjan. Those numbers do not lie. But I'm glad you brought this up. This is a really nice message, and we're definitely going to talk about it. I know it's early, but we should send our best to Jerry the King Lawler for his speedy recovery from his stroke. Long live the King. Appropriate button, please. We'll definitely press that button in a moment. But Kendo, I heard the news about the King having a stroke the other day, and I was really sad because I do love Jerry the King Lawler. The dude survived a heart attack. Well, he came like this. He came back from the dead from a heart attack. He's had a lot of shit hit him in life, but he's always bounced back. And it looks like he might even bounce back from this one. What did you think of the news when you first heard it?
I mean, he was just on Raw, like the Raw XXX episode a week or so before that. It's like, damn, he was just on TV. He looked great. He sounded great. And then, apparently has a stroke and drops face first into the ground. And, but the news since then has been really positive. So just, keep it on there, Jerry the King Lawler, at least until Saturday after the draft.
Hell, all joking aside, I saw JR post about the King and how he had talked to him, and though his speech is a little off, it sounds like he'll be able to make a full recovery. And we
That's
always
good.
look at wrestlers as kind of like real life superheroes, and when they're down, you always wish them the best of luck because they're larger than life on TV, and then you realize they're just people, and everybody gets old. So, King, we're wishing you the best. Last question, Kendo, about this. Where do you rank the King in terms of favorite commentators?
Oh yeah. So as a kid of the golden generation or whatever it was, like it's hard for me to go against Monsoon and Heenan just because of how great they were. It's like they're 1A and King and JR are 1B. It's like really hard to pick between the two of them because they're both just so iconic and great.
I love Jerry the King Lawler and JR. They're my favorite commentary team only because I didn't grow up with Monsoon and Heenan. But man, dude, I absolutely just the King was always great. No matter who he was with, I had a lot of fun with him. So glad
he makes Michael Cole tolerable.
That is true.
I've always hated Michael Cole.
Not the only one.
Jeez, just like because I remember it was Jerry the King and I forget the other guy. Forgive me.
What, JR?
He had it. Thank you.
Fashion fries.
Yeah, they were great together. And then once JR left, you had fucking Cole, and I was like, who is this guy? What the fuck is he doing here? Like
Michael Cole,
dude. I never liked Michael Cole ever.
Well, there's a lot of people that didn't like Michael Cole, and that's really just whose fault that is. That's Vince's fault. He was in Michael Cole's ear all the time, and I mean, after Vince left, before he came back again, you could tell there was a little bit of a difference to Michael Cole's commentary. He was a little bit more free and loose. Not anymore, but he was while Vince was on hiatus.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Michael Cole, who lost like 60% of his hearing in his ear because of Vince. So.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Hey, Michael, you gotta say chocolate titties.
Oh, we got.
Oh my god.
More new members. Thank you to Force User as well as there's a lot of people that are strolling in the chat. Thank you guys. Thank you Clone Geek for joining as well. I'm going to thank everybody tonight and give you guys very special shout outs. Do not worry. But I love the little emojis of our faces in the chat. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I know. I keep seeing them pop up.
Yeah, it on my end without having the channel thing up, it just says like : _Kendo, : Nick, : Dion, : I kept seeing that pop up. I'm like, what the hell is that? It's like, I thought there was just some kind of bizarre ass like little code thing going on that people were like I thought it was like a TikTok game that I wasn't hip to, but no. Then I pulled it up on the UE2B and I saw that all the the emojis and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Now, folks, what can happen is we'll do a members-only poll, and you guys can vote on what the next emoji will be. Because, like I said, we have more unlocked now that we have more members, and so the four of us is great. I think those little emojis look awesome. But you guys can tell us what you want. We could even get our action figures from Stealing Solo. We can get like buff, roided out Nick and me in the bathrobe. There's all kinds of stuff. And
we should make an entirely pointless members-only poll. If you had a members-only jacket, what color would it be?
Hold on real quick. Can I do that right now?
Sure.
Let's start a poll.
Folks, if you're not a member and therefore not part of the members-only .com or whatever the hell it's called these days. Play along in the chat anyway. We love to hear from you.
You know what? We're going to ask this for everybody.
Fucking to Georgian over here, third to die in a horror film. Fuck you.
All right, I will put that up in just a second.
I mean, if you're saying that in reference to Dion and Jeff, then okay, that's fine. That means that Ken does the final girl.
That would make sense. He seems the most psychic.
He seems the most psychic.
Sure, we'll go with that.
A horse kicks him in the head, and he gets powers.
Oh wait, I should do a demonic horse one for Dion. How's that?
There you go.
Ooh. We'll fuck with him. So, folks, we'll jump back to what we were talking about. Cocaine. It's a hell of a drug, according to Rick James. And according to James Cameron, it's a lot like what it feels like when you're on top of the world making Titanic. So, there was an interview with James Cameron where he responded to the idea that his Oscar speech from Titanic was where he developed his highly developed ego. But he said it doesn't really line up like this. It lines up more like this. He goes, Titanic was wildly celebrated on every possible level. So sure, I knew how good that felt. It was almost like being back in the 80s when I got a taste of Coke. The door opened a crack and I saw a glimpse of what it was like to have something more powerful than you have to answer to. I put it down in like a week when most people, everybody around me, didn't. Getting a glimpse through that door and seeing the accolades can be so capriciously withdrawn made me know that I didn't want to base my self-value on that.
So is he going to like start claiming he's like a former addict now just for the adulations? Like, oh, he's overcome so much.
Probably.
It's like, yo, you did it for a week.
Yeah. Yeah, did it for a week, loser.
Yeah,
fucking
what a quitter he is.
The 80s were made with cocaine.
Yeah.
We should come up with some kind of way to like do an 80s parody where instead of having missing kids on the side of milk, you have like missing directors on the side of cocaine packages. Like, I don't know how we would tie that together, but there's a way. Now, folks, we have our word of the day. Now, because of YouTube's strict draconian policies, we might have to.
Susan doesn't like us.
Yeah,
Susan doesn't like us, but you guys do. Thank you for keeping us alive and well, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Now, like I said, we don't want to sound lame, but the word cum dumpster doesn't really fit with YouTube. So what we're going to do is we're going to change it to the euphemism of cream pie. How's that sound, guys? That's more fair?
That works. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
So Joseph Bianowicz, thank you very much for your generosity. We're just going to protect ourselves by changing it. We'll give you your Jamoram. The word of the day is cream pie. Hot cream pie machine. Hot tub cream pie machine. How Stella got her cream pie back. 12 angry cream pies and Top Gun cream pie.
Let's see. A fistful of cream pie for a few cream pies more. The good, the bad, and the cream pie. The Joy Luck cream pie.
Oh, dude, that's a great one.
The Sisterhood of the Traveling cream pies. The Divine Secrets of the Cream Pie Sisterhood.
Dion is missing all the fun right now.
Yeah, there's so many good ones.
I'm writing down all the titles for later.
Dr. Cream Pie. From Russia with Cream Pie.
That should just be like, that's like the alternate
for your cream pie only.
You only cream pie twice?
Yeah.
Ooh. Living like cream pie?
Yeah, living like. I'm trying to think.
What is it? Is James Bond a spy to college now? What happened?
Yeah. Cream pie never dies. The cream pie is not enough.
Die another cream pie? Or cream pie another day?
Yeah.
Cream pie royale.
Yeah.
That's classy.
It's too many one-word titled Bond films. It's kind of.
Well, The Living Cream Pie.
Oh, A View to a Cream Pie.
You don't like a cream pie to a kill?
Mine sounds less violent.
That's true. I don't like to mix that.
There you go, Cosmic Vader, the spy who cream pied me.
There you go. That just sounds like a legit movie.
That actually sounds like a Bond movie.
You guys want to make that parody? Like, we don't have to star in it. Look, folks, we don't want to be in these adult films. We just want to produce them, write them, have Nick film them, collect the money.
Yep. We want to be producers behind the scenes.
Want us to make these movies. Get those numbers up for the membership so we can start the production company that you deserve.
Yeah. Yes, folks. Everything we use from everything we get from the channel goes right back into the channel. So like when Dion shows up to conventions in the chaps, or at least the full outfits, that the inflatable suits and stuff, that's because of you guys. So like I said, we are going to take this and we're going to eventually get ourselves members only jackets so we can do our members only streams and you guys can watch us that way. And that'll be more interactive, more fun, Q&As, ask us anything, all of that fun stuff.
Star Wars: The Rise of Cream Pies. Oh, the rays of cream pies.
There you go.
Yeah. The last cream pie. The cream pie awakens. Return of the cream pie strikes back, a new cream pie,
Beverly Hills cream pie,
cream pie menace. What's the second one called? Star Wars
Attack of the Cream Pie.
Oh yeah, Attack of the Cream Pie, and the third one, the name escapes me. The Revenge of the Cream Pie.
The Revenge of the Cream.
Yeah, the Cream Pie of the Sith.
Clearly, people like the cream pie titles. Our chat is full of cream pies, salutations, and movie titles about cream pies. Yeah. The Proper Raid, folks. Thank you to our friend Proper. I believe his show is This Week in Bullshit, which precedes World Class Bullshitters. So that is the unofficial / official pre-show. If you're watching that, come to us afterwards, vice versa. Proper's a cool dude.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Cream Pie.
That means so
Harry Potter and
things.
the Order of the Cream Pie.
God, I didn't know he was Catholic.
Harry Potter and the half cream pie. Harry Potter and the half cream pied prince. And the Harry Potter and the cream pie hollows.
Now, guys, we will be returning to all the cream pie titles. We will return to all that fun stuff in a little bit. But we do have some honest topics that we have to talk about. But, folks, if you guys want us to do weird shit like this, now that we have the membership program, we can make member streams where it's literally just we riff off of stupid stuff and have fun. We will make those types of things for you all the time. But just request
Susan can't get mad about those.
No. That's what we tell everyone on Patreon. Like, you guys can tell us what kind of content to make. That's always been there. No one ever says, "Hey guys, make this video." Like people.
If you ever want us to review episodes of a show or a movie or whatever, regardless how bad it is, I guess we'll do it.
Unless we've done it before.
We've done it before.
Yep. Called the Mother Clause.
Oh, jeez. So I mean, we've done that shit before. So I mean, if you guys are ever curious or want to torture us or whatever, and want us to watch terrible shit, we'll do it.
Now, speaking of terrible shit, Disney is in a terrible place right now. Nick, you sent some articles today. I've been reading articles all week. I mean, spiritually, I've been thinking about, the decline of this company. I've been thinking about people like WDW Pro and Valiant Renegade who put out awesome content about this stuff before it even breaks. It's been an interesting time for me to take the victory lap because, guys, this is the response to all of the bad crap that this community has been calling out Disney for the last 5 years. It took 5 years, but here we are. Layoffs, money lost, millions of subscribers cut. This is the nightmare that Disney wasn't ready for when they're signing checks to buy 1,000,001 IPs, when they're making IPs that suck, when they're doing this stuff to our favorite characters. It's like, look, guys, anybody that thinks that dumping on Luke Skywalker had no adverse effect, there's a reason why Disney is losing money. People think, oh, every Marvel show is going to bring in money. There's no way that these people aren't liking these shows. Only bigots don't watch these shows. 2 million people left. All of your bullshit arguments and all of the protections that you lump onto Disney are being stripped away, just like the government in Florida is doing to that company. Disney cannot win right now. So we're going to talk about that because, I don't know, this is the day we've all been waiting for. We've seen the end of Kenobi, and it'll soon see the end of Disney. Now, Nick, since you follow the streaming wars closer than anyone here on the channel, we'll call you our streaming expert. What did you think of the numbers when you heard, or what did you think of the news when you heard that Disney Plus lost 2.4 million subscribers?
I mean, it's not a lot. It really isn't, because I think it's like 1% of what they have, so it's not a lot. But it is still a loss because it's also revenue loss for them. Because I think they went from losing half a billion to $1 billion or something with the streaming service or more. So I mean, it's showing up there, and they lost the majority of the losses in the US, and it's only on Disney Plus. It's not on Hulu or ESPN that much. I think ESPN saw a bump up. Hulu saw a bump up with subscribers. ESPN's kind of stayed the same, but Disney Plus is the only one where they're seeing a decline. And I think that's because of just like, once again, the PG-13 content, the just the finite amount of content there is, not infinite but finite, and it just being kind of the same old, like, saccharine stuff that you always see. And I think that's what's really killing them. Also the fact that Bob Iger's back and he's had his own rhetoric about certain things they want to keep pursuing in Disney with their ideological crap. So I think with him, constantly doing that and saying that, that no parent wants to deal with that, because no parent wants to deal with that with their TV shows. They don't want their kids to watch that kind of shit. So already they're losing a whole generation or two of people. So it's money, that's future money they'll never get. And I mean, once again, look at the hotel they spent $3,000 a night, $3,000, a night on. Nobody's going to that, I'm sure, and that's another hole that they have to dig themselves out of for all that crap too. So I mean, all over the board, it's just it's really funny seeing this from like a consumer point of view, because you're just like, you can do like a handful of things and be fine and get back to in the good graces, but you don't because of what now? It's just weird seeing this, because like they're easy fixes to for them to make money. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it, and it's just weird seeing them kind of like put their foot down and be a stubborn fucking child and be like, no, we're gonna do it our way. It's like, well, okay, let's see how it works now.
Well, when they announced movies like Frozen 3 and Toy Story 5, with Tim Allen involved again, I looked at that as an admission of defeat, because last year's Lightyear was an attempt to... Disney likes to think that the power is in the IP. Disney, I know you own whatever and make billions of dollars, but the thing that you keep mixing up and forgetting is it's not about just the brand name. It's got to be something that we want from the brand, or something of quality. Like, pulling a Buzz Lightyear movie out of a Toy Story brand didn't work. So now you're going to go back to fix the Toy Story brand because, folks, I've been documenting the retail situation with with Lightyear. It's a failure. That shit is clogging the shelves. Right now, you can go to any store, you can find tons of Lightyear toys. You can go to the clearance section of toys or stores, find Lightyear, and you can go to clearance stores, which mean they get their shit from other retail chains. You can find Lightyear there. Lightyear, like the Disney Star Wars toys, are everywhere all at once, and that's not a good thing, because you shouldn't be able to go to like store Walmart and find Lightyear for $12 and go across the street to Ollie's and get it for $6. That's not what they want. So I just keep seeing all these announcements and all these pieces of news is like they're drowning. They're like, please believe in us. We got Toy Story 5. Please believe in us. We're going to do another Star Wars one day. Please believe in us. Like, here's the question. Do you guys think Disney will get desperate enough to use the Rian Johnson trilogy to help bring people back?
Jesus, I hope not.
I wouldn't put that past him. I really wouldn't. Because I mean, I think he's doing his second or third movie for Netflix. So once that contract runs out, they may grab him again to do his fucking trilogy. Also, let's not forget that China, I think last month, allowed movies from Disney to come back into the country.
Maybe that's why they flew the balloon overhead, because they were like using that to like steal like digital like files of all the Disney movies that they could like, then edit. And then they're like, oh, we'll just transmit them back and we'll edit them. And, hey, everybody, look, China's got Disney now.
Well, it's weird, because I remember reading the article about it, and I was like, why are they doing this all of a sudden? And there were varying factors in it, but there are varying factors in it, but it seems to be like a mutual thing where, like, because of the lockdowns in China and the zero beer bug policy, they have lost a lot of money. And it seems like after Avatar came out into China, it made them a lot. So they're like, oh, we want money coming back in, so we'll partner with Disney. And I think really soon Black Panther is going to be released there, and then Ant-Man's going to release the same.
I don't know. They're not really a fan of
I agree.
Of people that would be featured in that movie.
I agree. I agree.
They're gonna fucking digitally enhance it to where like Morgan or what's his name, the white guy in there, his character. He's like the only one in there. It's gonna be like Castaway, but in Wakanda.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Instead of Wilson, it's M'Baku.
M'Baku, there you go. But yeah, that's happening as well. So I mean, and you know, like that's, you know, I'm sure they're really happy about that, but you know, that's when we saw the stuff about Disney telling all of their, I guess, actors and people to like start learning language or whatever about it. And once again, they're going to heavily edit their movies to, you know, be part of the thing. And I didn't know this, but like, I think out of the 406 movies that China has in its country, only 34 are like from the US or from all over the world, I think.
Yeah, they don't need our films. They have a very robust film market. It's like us trying to say, oh, we need to release our cartoons and comic books in Japan because they're an underserved market. Ha! We suck at it compared to them. It's like, in our, look, I'm not saying Chinese movies beat ours at all. All I'm saying is, what do you need to change our movies for to appeal to them? They don't want it. So, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird. And even if you look at the percentages of Chinese money in Marvel movies, it's not that much actually. Like it's between like 11 and like the highest I think was like 20 or 25% in Endgame. Like
yeah, Endgame was their big one.
Yeah, and that's it may be more than that, but I think that's what I heard. But like that's not really significant because I mean it's one of those things where it's like, so this helps you, you know, get more money and things like that, but it's a weird market. If it's that small of a margin, why do you keep wanting to like force your stuff in there and like the whole thing? And it's weird, man. It's real strange. It
is. I don't know, I just don't feel good talking about the movies anymore the way I used to, because it's like, oh, you get excited and like, we got to change it for China. You know, years ago when they would change it, like the Transformers stuff or like a product placement, I don't care. Or if you film additional scenes or something like that. But like when you can't, you know, talk about the spiritual nature of the Force or this or that, or you can't have black people on posters or this or that, it's like, it's the old adage, you give them an inch, they take a mile. Before it was okay, it was like whatever. Little changes here and there. Then our version changes too. So I blame Hollywood. Now, I'm going to read something because there's a little more than just the millions of subscribers. They're also talking about the layoffs. So CEO Bob Iger, who came back to the House of Mouse after a 2-year absence in November, said during this call with investors that the company plans to lay off 7,000 global staff across the company, 3% of its workforce, in an effort to make $5.5 billion in cost savings across the company, though it's unclear which departments will be most affected. 7,000 is still a lot, even though that's 3%. It's kind of like with the subscribers that left. Yeah, it's 1%, but it's still 2 million people. Like, think of how many 7,000 people is. That's a lot of people to lose a job.
Yeah, and also remember they were trying to move people from like the executives things like that from California to Florida because of tax reasons. You know, that was the thing they were doing after the beer bug because they wanted to make more money. And now with the current political situation in Florida, they seem to be, you know, stuck between a rock and a hard place. So it's yeah, they're pretty well fucked.
I don't take pleasure in watching anybody lose a job. That's, you know, I want to get that out there. But man, we've been saying it for years. Eventually this shit's going to catch up. And it's not just Star Wars. This isn't The Last Jedi's fault. This is mishandling every IP. Because there's not even outrage, but there's problems with every one of their big movies. It's literally not just the Star Wars movies that people are looking to complain about still. It's the stuff with Marvel. There are articles that we'll talk about later. You know, there's a decline in that. Ant-Man's reviews aren't that hot, which is alarming at this rate because this is only when the shills are coming out. People are worried about the future of the brand. All right, that all goes into Disney. Same with other stuff. If one of their animated movies like Stranger Worlds doesn't perform, or Lightyear doesn't perform, or the movie with the traveling talking pants last year because they put certain things in the commercials that turned off parents, that all affects that. This is the outcome of all of these things. So folks, when anyone ever on the internet says, well, this doesn't matter, it's just you people on the internet bitching, there's the money. It's just small, but it's still losses. It's still happening. It's still billions of dollars. So
Yeah, when you get, I mean, and once again, like this is this is stuff for families and kids to watch, and if there's something that if there's something in these movies that people have talked about that the families don't want their kids exposed to, they just won't watch it. And if it consistently keeps being a problem from this one company, one network, or one VOD service you're paying for, you're going to quit paying for it. You're just going to be like, well, I don't like what they're doing, cut it off.
Yeah.
And with the current economy, the way things are going, with a lot of layoffs just in general, people are going to start strapping down and start getting rid of the things they don't need anymore, or things that are that they just don't need. Yeah, I mean, so VOD is going to be part of that.
Kendo, do you have any thoughts on all of this?
Well, so like my whole thing is that they're bleeding subscribers and they're kind of reaping what they sow at this point, but I wonder how many of those like subscribers are people like me that have the Hulu bundle and ESPN bundle, and I watch Hulu and I watch ESPN, but I don't watch Disney. And I'm not gonna get rid of it, because then I'd end up having to pay like an extra like $6, $7, $8, $10 for the other two services I do use. So it just sits there fallow. So it's like, I wonder how many, like, if they've taken that into consideration, that, oh, we lost this many million subscribers, but we have this many bundle subscribers, so we should be okay. I'd like to see that number.
I would too.
Well, yeah, and with the way they present numbers, because it's fucking Disney, you're probably part of both those statistics, where you're part of the bundle numbers and the Disney Plus numbers both.
So they lost 44 million people, is what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that could be it, because like the number we got for 2.4 million is just from the subscribers of Disney Plus, not the the bundles or things like that, because they went through in the article, they go through the individual once again ESPN and Hulu, and like they've been going up or staying the same, except for once again Disney Plus. So yeah.
There's the other streaming services are more attractive. I mean, with sports aren't dying anytime soon. There's always something to watch. And then Hulu is an amalgamation of so many other things. Like, I don't like Disney, but I'm very happy to keep Hulu. It's going to be the home of the new King of a Hill. It's where the current King of a Hill lives. It's, my live shows are there. It's the one streaming service I don't think I could do without.
And you can share the password.
Yeah. Unlike Netflix, who's shit in the bed. What are we getting, like about a month out until that ends?
Dude, well, yeah. I mean, I keep hearing March is what I keep hearing, but we'll see, because they changed, like, apparently they changed the rules again, or they deleted the rules from their like fucking blog or whatever the hell it is. But it's been rolled out in Canada, South America, Brazil. Like, it's been rolled out a lot of places. And they're testing it out and stuff like that. But it seems like if you're I think it's like the top member, and then the top tier and the one below it, you're fine, because you'll get to like pay a little bit less. But if you're like the ad tier or the one above that tier, you're screwed, because you're gonna have to pay more for like another account and this whole thing. And like there's a whole procedure you have to do apparently to like log in your devices under the Wi-Fi. Okay, for instance, let's say me and Jeff are sharing a Netflix account, and Jeff's paying for it. It's at his address, and I'm using my Xbox. Let's say to prove that, like, I'm traveling or whatever, I would have to come to you with my Xbox, and since you have your account as like home, like house or main account, and it's on your Wi-Fi, I'd have to connect through the Netflix on your Wi-Fi through my Xbox to make sure that I have the same stuff. And then I can go back and use it.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a ton of fucking work. Like, it's ridiculous. It really is. I'm pretty sure sailing the high seas is going to become a thing again at this point. Like, I'm pretty sure people are starting to look into that and figure things out, because they're getting tired of having to pay for 5 or 6 VOD services and having their content jump around from each one every 6 months. So that's probably going to be a thing again.
It gets stupid too, because like they made some dumb choices. Like for example, they just launched that '90s show on Netflix, but that '70s show, which used to live on Netflix for about 10 years, recently went to Peacock. So it's like, hey, I gotta have 2 streaming services to watch this show to get the full experience. Which I think Netflix dropped the ball. That's where they. I don't like the exclusive content as much as I like the acquired content. So something.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like. Yeah, and that's the thing is like once again with the current climate, the current things that Hollywood are doing with ideology and their other bullshit. Everybody's afraid of watching a new show because you don't want to once again like be watch it and then like, oh, there's this really terrible thing that this agenda they're trying to push in this fucking episode, and you're just like, I'm done. I wasted 3 episodes, 5 episodes a season, whatever it is, and you're done with the show. You just don't want to give it any more of your time. And that's why people are trying to, that's why people are always going back to their favorite shows like The Office and Friends or whatever shit they like. I always use those as examples because they're popular and people always seem to fucking watch them all the time.
Isn't Friends on a constant loop on TBS?
I have no fucking idea.
No idea. It might be.
Like,
I ain't watching it.
Me either, but that cast is so lucky because they picked a hell of a show to be in or got cast in because that thing's been in syndication forever. I mean, Friends is almost a 30-year-old show.
Yeah, I hope their contracts are really fucking good too.
Oh, dude, they were making $1 million an episode. They were like the highest paid people on TV. They were getting the royalties. Like, it was that kind of a show.
Yeah, well, no, I hope they got that shit. But yeah, man, and that's the thing is like, yeah, people are just scared of watching new stuff, because of just they don't want to be preached to or talked down to, and that's the thing. So, that's really hindering things that are coming out because every now and again you'll get a really, really good show that doesn't do that, and people are just like, nope, fuck it, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to watch my old show for the millionth time. So. And Hollywood's done that to themselves. They've made everybody scared for watching new content because of that. So,
yeah, there's something nice about the familiarity of watching your old favorites, and they're always there. But I tend to use that with like home video, like the disc-based stuff. I do like streaming to, for example, like a movie Better Off Dead, a classic that I still haven't watched. That's where I want to catch it on streaming. That's where I'm hoping it's on like a Netflix or an HBO. That's what I keep these streaming services for, because I love movies. It's never going to be a hard sell to get a guy like me to want to watch movies. But if they're all your movies and they're all like kind of the same, and it's funny, like people put Netflix things aren't all the same. They are, but they're not, but they are at the same time. Like, there's a level of, like, a veneer of shit that permeates, or that covers every Netflix property, except, like, Stranger Things and a few things here and there. Their movies are all, like, Kmart brand movies. Like, Red Notice. That movie felt off and was off. Did you guys see that one with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds?
No.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that one was okay. It just was like, I don't know. There was, it felt like they were trying too hard. It felt like they were like, yeah, it felt like they were trying way too hard because it's one of those movies where it's like, I can stand Ryan Reynolds like by himself and having a cast to kind of like help him be funny or whatever, but having him feed off The Rock and then having Gal Gadot there, it just felt like way too much. Like they were trying to stuff too many stars into this fucking movie and trying to make it funny or good or whatever, and it just fell flat.
I don't want to watch it again, man. That's the one thing I can say about but those movies. They're one and done.
Yeah, they are. But Netflix doesn't seem to think so. I think they're making a part 2 to that as well.
I mean, we don't get to see the numbers that dictate why Netflix makes more of what they do, but I remember listening to something on like Clubhouse like a few months ago on like what the Netflix at that time when this guy did it like 2 years ago, what the Netflix algorithm is. I know for TV shows it's if you watch the first episode and you go and you give it like more than 10 minutes, it's seen as a win. If you watch every episode all the way through in like one sitting, it's seen as like positive, and they'll give it put it on the little mark as like a good thing.
The thing that really kills a show is that if you watch like 9.5, like if you watch under 10 minutes and just cut it off and never watch it again of the first episode, that kills it. That tells them that you didn't like it and you're never going to watch it again, and it puts a mark against that show.
Oh, dude, I'm so gonna do that to Resident Evil. That show is fucking trash.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what once again that's what I heard about this one director who got a show on there like once again like 3 or 4 years ago. So take it what you will. I don't know if their algorithm has changed now that they like fired people and they're trying to do different things, which it doesn't seem like they are.
So they got their algorithm set up to screw the customer. That's what they got.
Yeah, I mean, and once again, when the password thing rolls out, it's going to be a really fun week, because I'm going to watch the stock price, I'm going to watch the news and see how like everything goes. Like, are they just going to tank? Like, what's going to happen? It's going to be really interesting.
All the giants are in interesting positions. More and more begin to merge, and then some of the big ones that you think were too big to fail, none have died yet. But you're seeing that they're not bulletproof. A couple of years ago, oh, nothing would ever happen to Disney. Disney's great. Disney's this. Disney's that. You got a state that doesn't like you and a large portion of an audience that doesn't like you. It's kind of.
I wonder if like I once again like with the VOD thing and like every all that stuff. I wonder if almost you could open up like video stores again. Because you'll have all the old movies there. You'll have the new stuff. You'll have some TV shows as well, depending on like what it is. I know that the one I did in like Tennessee years ago had it, and they had a really good selection. But I wonder if that would be almost profitable now to do, because there's no VOD. You're just paying per night to watch it.
People are too fucking lazy to get up and go to the movie store nowadays.
That's probably what it is as well. That whole fucking thing. Because I don't think people are even doing Redbox. Anybody out there doing Redbox?
Occasionally.
Redbox. Oh my god, I haven't thought that in years.
Yeah, because I mean, I was just thinking out loud. I'm just like, that seems to be, except for people actually living in their house, like Kendo said, the video store would almost be like a good solution, because you get new stuff, you get old stuff. It's all in one place.
I would like it. We'll just fly it out with our drone. How's that? That is something we should get. We should get an official WCBS drone that we take to places like our cons and fly around. It's like, oh shit, Kendo needs a beer. We'll just fly him a beer. We'll live stream it for the members. Folks, thank you for joining our members program. We've had a lot of people join tonight, and this is our first ever anything with it, so we're going to be adding more, doing more, making sure it's going to be the richest experience possible. But thank you to everyone who's already joined us and backed us and made it a big success our first night out. So thank you to everybody. We'll give you all a special shout out and have a special segment at the end of tonight's show as we're learning how these things work. Now, guys, is there anything else you'd like to say about this Disney situation? Is there anything else you think we should add? Because I don't really want to go into the politics of what the governor and everything's going on with, but like,
yeah,
it's not a fun time to be Disney.
Yeah, I would recommend everybody invest in physical media. I know that's they're bulky. That's a lot. It's it's whatever. But if your favorite show keeps changing VOD services, just buy it.
Or they edit it to reflect the modern political correct climate.
Yeah, then you buy it off of eBay. Hopefully somebody has an old version of it that wasn't tampered with.
That you don't have to spend extra on.
Yeah. Or just start sailing the high seas or learning to do that, man. That's all I can say. And make your own. Look into making a Plex server. Look into another one called, I think, Jellyfish or whatever. That's a brand new one. Check them out. Figure out how they work. Look at tutorials. Yeah, man. That's about it, because these companies aren't going to stop. They're not. I mean, even Prime has seen like its like whole video thing plateau. Like it's reached its maximum saturation now, and even people are unsubscribing from that.
All this talk of home video releases made me look up that 70s show on Blu-ray. I think that's the first new edition I'm going to make for, like, how do I want to phrase it? If I'm building physical media just to protect it, I think this will be the first thing I add. Is there anything on the horizon that you're itching to buy?
All in the Family.
Nice.
The Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, because they will never be allowed to be on TV ever again soon. I was thinking about I was talking to Chris Wicks the other day, and we were talking, and he sent me a clip from Keeping Up Appearances. So I think I might buy
That's
that.
a great
box
show.
set.
I
love
bought that
show.
Yeah, I still need to send you guys out your fucking copies of In Living Color. I have it.
Yeah,
it's here.
I still
And
need
like
to send you
that show is nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found.
It makes me sad.
Yeah, but no. Luckily, I paid a pretty penny, and I found copies that were still sealed in plastic on eBay. And I ripped them all off for you guys. So,
Yes.
yeah, every single episode.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I know what I'm going to do the weekend I get that from you. I'm just going to fucking watch that.
Yeah, I don't blame you one bit, man. Yeah, I popped in a few as well and watched it. I'm just like, because like as soon as I heard the beginning music, I was like, I immediately got nostalgic. I was like, holy shit, this is so old, but I still remember every word of this fucking song.
Do what you want to do in living color.
Oh man, so good, so
God,
good.
And I do safe to walk down the street.
Oh man.
Though I really do appreciate the physical media collection, because I did like an impromptu 80s watch party this weekend, just when I was doing, just as a background. And it was great, man. Watched Batman, Back to the Future, Goonies, all kinds of stuff. It was just a lot of fun. Beverly Hills Cop. I made a steak and watched Beverly Hills Cop this weekend.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's it.
It was literally a prime steak. I bought it at Ralph's. I was like, all right, I deserve this. So I made a 2-pound steak. And I sent you the picture, so there you go. And then the fucking frittata I made. That, I was inspired. I was like, I'm gonna make this and watch Back to the Future. So that's how I spent my Sunday. It was great. It's the greatest movie ever made, I think. I'm always torn, guys. When it comes to my number one, it's like, is it Back to the Future or is it Beverly Hills Cop? It's like trying to pick.
It's neither. It's Top Gun.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where like. Even Back to the Future with the deleted scenes, it's like Ghostbusters, man. You can't pop in a deleted scene even for a second because you're gonna fuck up the editing and fuck up the flow. You can't do it.
Yeah. Or Eric Stoltz. But we still want to watch it.
We still want the Eric Stoltz cut. Hashtag Eric Stoltz cut.
I want that. We talked about that on the High Council this week. That's the movie I wish Universal and the Gales and the Bobs would all just put out, because you're not going to change the perception of Back to the Future, but it would be nice to just see what, like I pitched on the High Council. Imagine it is the first real film from the multiverse, where you could pitch it as a joke. You'd be like, look, folks, with the multiverse, there's all these other realms of possibility. In this version, it's this. Well, in another version of reality, Back to the Future starred Eric Stoltz, and they go back and they CGI whatever they need to do and fix and make it like a perfect experience. And then at the end, it's just kind of like when he flies off with Doc in the car, instead of saying to be continued like it does on some home video releases, just say, and that was what it could have been, or something like that. I think
because that movie was like 75% done.
Yeah.
So they don't have to do very much to it to make it a full full movie.
No, they wouldn't. No, and then that'd be interesting if they did that. I agree with you. They really should. I think that would be the a fun anniversary edition that they could put out. And once again make a little more money, because they do every 5 years, so it's fine.
Well, what are we at? 2 years till 35. Well, God, 2 years till 40 for Back to the Future.
2 years, yeah, 2 years till 40, yeah.
Woo! That breaks my heart that we're all getting that close to 40.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, Kendo just turned 30.
Yeah, I know.
And a glorious decade it will be, Kendo.
Yeah.
I, for one, am looking forward to it.
Let's check in with the audience. It's been about an hour, which is a little longer than we like to go. So, Kendo, pick a number between 1 and 69, please.
57.
Guess what, motherfucker?
Nick, you get to press one, too.
56.
Yeah, getting amped up. Now, folks, it's time for the you portion of the show. So let me open this tab up right here and thank everyone who's joined our membership program. Thank everyone who supports the channel, who loves everything we do. Now, folks, as you know, Tits and Art has been shipped out. What I do at the end of each week is I look at the new orders and fulfill those. So if you want to get a copy of Tits and Art and you want to get it shipped out really soon, buy it now. Like I told you guys, the boxes are limited. We have a few boxes of each left, and those will be shipped out tomorrow. They'll get fulfilled, and you'll get it mid to late next week. So if you really want to get a copy and you're antsy, that's how you do it. We only have a few copies of the Terminator and a little more of the red cover. So go to titsandart.com over on Indiegogo and get yourself a copy tonight. Now, our friend Shrubbles08 had also requested some cream pie titles. I'll take a You Get What You Deserve motorcycle and a Joe Rogan slap nut. Of course. So, you get what you ask for here on the channel. Kendo, I know you love this one right
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
It's Mr. Flatnut to you.
I love that one. And then you also requested another one. Let's open up this over here and give you that right about... Where's the button at? Ah, right here. Or so I thought. Button time.
Get what you fucking deserve! Oh my gosh!
He's gone, but not forgotten. Monster01, thank you for your comment. Tits and Art was a great purchase. Glad you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making it. Folks, I'm going to do more art books. Once we can get rid of the remainder of Tits and Art, then we'll release the Book of Booty. We're getting close to tax season, folks. And like I said, you guys like the book. You like the Book of Tits and Art, so let's get the Book of Booty to go with that, to complement it. There'll be more redheads there, too. Now, Sazursion, thank you very much for your very generous, massive super chat. We talked about Jerry the King Lawler. Xavier to God says, fuck, marry, kill, lightsaber colors, blue, red, and green. I'll marry red, I will fuck green, and I'll kill... I'll marry blue, fuck green, kill red, because I'd rather be Luke Skywalker than Darth Vader. Nick, what about you? Any of those colored opinions?
Yeah, I'll marry green, fuck red because it's a Sith, and you don't trust a Sith at all, and kill blue.
Look what you've done to my boy. Poor Luke Skywalker. Now, another question from Xavier to God about colors. Purple, white, and black. I'll let you go first, Nick.
For lightsabers?
Yes.
Who has who? Oh yeah, Ahsoka has a white one, I think.
Yeah. And then the
Okay.
dark saber's black, and that's pretty bitchin'.
Okay, so marry the black saber, fuck the red, and kill the white. I guess I don't know.
I'll kill the purple, fuck the white, and marry the black, because it would just look so cool to see those other ones in person.
Yeah.
Gearstark, thank you very much. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme, get up on BS in time. Good evening, WCBS. Give me any button you want. Well, now, Gearstark, I wish I had a fucking party boob button because, folks, we have our album that we've been working on for 5 years. It takes some time to get these things, but when they're done, they're worth it, and they're amazing. It took time for Stealing Solo.
Could we do a Cool Runnings button, or is that just not kosher because of fucking Disney?
Oh, I'll do a Cool Runnings button. You tell me what you want for next week, and I'll have it.
Just have them to the beginning of the bobsled, like you said. That's it.
All right, we'll do that button. Just remind me after the show, and I'll write it down. Now, what button do I want to press since I get to pick? I want to pick the GoldenEye button because I keep playing GoldenEye, but it's James Bond dying, and that makes me sad. So how about this, since we keep talking about the 80s?
What happens to us in the future, Doc?
It's your kids, Marty. Something's got to be done about your kids.
What do you mean?
Your daughter marries a black man.
That's actually not a big deal for me.
Yeah.
Oh, Doc. Thank you, Gearstark.
Oh my God.
Troubles08 says, "I'll take
just become assholes, Marty."
Dude, when I was in grade school, Back to the Future was on the Disney Channel, and I was watching it, and they get to that scene, and they're like, "What happens? Do we become jerks or something?" And I'm like, "That's not even the same letter to start with."
He could have said accountants. But they chose jerks.
I mean, that would be great. My kids become accountants or something?
Yeah.
Marty'd be like, no, only rock stars. Fuck CPAs. I don't want any McFlies that study math. Not in this house. Jennifer, you ever raise a kid that's an accountant? I'll disown you. Just something stupid like that.
I mean, yeah. If they had done that, I mean, I think it would have been like really fucking hilarious.
Dude, if you want a good read in terms of Back to the Future content, they put out a Doc Brown manual on the DeLorean about 2 or 3 years ago. You gotta read it because it gives backstory and context to the world of Back to the Future.
Yeah, it's the blue manual that's like on Amazon or whatever. Yeah, I've seen that around. I probably need to go ahead and buy that. Yeah.
I got a copy. I love it.
That's awesome.
It's yeah, I mean, Back to the Future is always a good time. There's really nothing. I don't even like Playmobil toys, but I bought every Back to the Future Playmobil toy because I'm a nerd. I love Back to the Future. Folks, if you love Back to the Future, we'll do a watch party sometime this year.
Well, I did.
And it's on Patreon.
I did hear like when they released the DeLorean for Lego that they renewed the licensing for it through Lego.
Oh, good.
So like people are saying that means that we're gonna get like play sets of like the Clock Tower or 2015 or the Wild West or the train or other things like that too down the line. So yeah.
I will definitely be buying every Lego set.
Oh yeah,
dude, come on,
dude. Pete was putting together the Seinfeld Lego set the other day and like sending me videos of it, and I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. It needed the Kramer bad chicken sign or the Laugh Factory behind him. Other than that, I was like the only thing missing from that.
Yeah, no,
I saw it at the store.
Yeah, the Lego sets are, dude. Yeah, Lego over the past few years has gotten crazy. I know that they just announced a $500 Lord of the Rings set.
Jeez.
Yeah, which is
which
weird.
one I'm not buying.
Which is weird because like they have. I mean, I don't think it's one of their popular ones because they haven't had one in a while since the movies came out. And they had a few sets back then, and even then, when you go look for them, they're not that revered. Like people don't want them that badly. So I think they're just taking a chance or seeing how the waters are because I mean they keep putting out fucking Harry Potter shit all the time, constantly.
There's a bunch of that at Camp Kendo that belonged to Doofus. He got those at Christmas every year for like 3 years, and he'd bring them over to want to build them at my house. I'm like, why? Build them at your house? Because you're just going to leave them here, and then they're going to take up space. And I'll feel like a dick to break them down because you spent so much time on it. They're still at my house. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, and like there's constant like Harry Potter stuff coming out for Lego all the time, like all kinds of shit. But this is the first time I've seen a big Lord of the Rings set. So it's weird.
It is. It's overpriced. I mean,
it's fine. Like if you look at it, it shouldn't be that much for that kind of set. Even though they're like offering some sort of like VIP thing with it as well, and I'm just like, it's not fucking worth it. That's what I'm not gonna buy and keep or buy it all and not waste my money on. So yeah, it's fine.
I'm trying to think what's my ideal Lego set.
Beverly Hills Cop.
You know what? It wouldn't scratch the itch of an Axel Foley Lego figure. It's got to look like Eddie Murphy. What about you? I mean, is there a Ghostbusters Firehouse that I need to buy? Yes, there is. I need to just get that one and call it a day.
There's gotta be.
Oh no! There's an older one, but it's expensive as shit because they don't make it anymore. There's a Playmobil one that you can get that like nobody cares about that you can buy.
Oh, I think I'm gonna buy it because it's on sale right now. I just Googled it for the hell of it. It's 33% off. The Playmobil fucking Firehouse is only $67.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Yeah.
Well, my goal is to get all the Playmobil Back to the Future and Ghostbusters stuff, and then when I have the space, build a fucking like area where like Hill Valley is on one end, and then you go over a hill, and then there's the Ghostbusters Firehouse. So there's a wormhole that gets you from New York to California, but it would be cool.
It goes through Detroit.
Yeah, runs under the San Andreas Valley.
Yeah. Hurry up, quicker.
Oh man, I don't know, man. The ideal Lego set. I don't know. There have been some real good ones that I have. The DeLorean I'm really fucking happy with.
If a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Lego set came out, I would go all in on it.
If there ever is, you're getting several messages from me immediately, and with the dates and the times when it's going to release and how much it's going to be. Don't worry about it.
I'll be like, oh, where's that credit card that she doesn't know about?
No, don't worry about it. Yeah, when yeah, if I ever find out about it, you'll know about it immediately with all the fucking details.
I just want to stay in the loop just in case I decide to get one.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Or just buy one and decide I don't want this. I'm going to give it to Kendo.
You know how many times I've thought about doing that with one of those Voltron sets?
Which one is it? Because like, if it's that like $800 Super Sex Nuts one they have on Big Bad Toy Store, nah, I'm good. I want one of the classic ones from the 80s. I don't care if it's the Taiwan one or the Chinese one, whichever one had the lead paint. I don't care. I ain't gonna fucking put it in my mouth.
Well, there's a new one that is awesome, but it doesn't transform. It's like a high-end figure that just is made of metal.
Stupid.
I know. I have a thing is I have a Megazord that doesn't transform, and I have one that does transform. It's kind of cool to have both because you can get better poses and you can do more accurate shit with it. So,
yes, but what if I want to take the lions apart and have them fighting Robeast on their own before they have to form Voltron? Then I can't.
You get the other set.
But then you got two sets, and then you got.
Is that really a problem for you? 2 Voltron sets?
Yeah, but then the worlds are colliding, Jeff. It's just because I mean, it's like, well, I could pose them. I could have the 5 lions standing there, and then I can have the Voltron behind it. But it's like, but that would never actually happen because it's the same thing. And yes, Dix Insider, I would get an Alf set too. Fucking love Alf. Now that I know how to edit videos, maybe I'll make my top 10 favorite TV shows of all time video.
Do it. Put it on the membership and Patreon. People would love to hear that. I'll do one too, and they'll get Nick and Kendo to do one, or Nick and Dion to do one. Then we'll all have our favorite shows.
Yes, because I'm currently a Red Raider All-Star with my 4.0 GPA.
There you go.
Through the first 5 weeks of the semester.
Send some love and congratulations to Coach Kendo.
Well, no, not yet. I got to finish these 16 weeks first. What happens if I fucking nosedive?
That's fair.
Let's get the ball across the goal line first. But
that's true.
That video editing was a lot of fun. So maybe I will make that video and be like, here's my top 10 favorite TV shows of all time. Alf, all 10 times. It's not true.
I would love an official Lego Halo set.
That would be cool too.
Like a Master Chief and like a Warthog or something. That'd be fucking cool. I know they already exist through I think Mattel or whatever the other the other Lego stuff, the Mega Construction Blocks, whatever it is. So I might get those.
Did you see they have you remember Power Wheels when we were kids?
Yes.
They have a Warthog Power Wheels.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Yeah. What are things I wish existed when I was a child for 500, Alex? Like, God, man. So, folks, let's keep building up the membership program because what we want to do is we want to get a full-scale Warthog that we're going to drive around Halo style on the beach.
Flips over all the time, and we're like, why would you keep falling out? You don't fall out of it in the game. This thing looks way easier to flip on the game.
There have been a couple of companies who have built like real ones. I forget. There was one that actually wanted to make one like 1,000 horsepower and like make it like fucking, crazy sex nuts edition of it. But yeah, like they'll build it for the game coming out or whatever, and it'll be a whole thing, and then it'll just disappear, and we don't know what happens to it. But no, man, I'd love to have one, or at least love to ride in one.
Yeah. Dix Insider, if you could find those, you would become my favorite listener of all fucking time, to the point where I might actually even give you like my personal address to mail them to me.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I see that.
Because when that show came out, I was only like 3 years old, but I remember watching it from the beginning all the way through. I've got the DVDs. I still have my original Alf plush from back then because they came out and they came in like the little cardboard packaging thing that looked like his rocket ship. I wish I still had that. I got the little Alf puppets from Burger King and all that stuff. I got a bunch of that shit. That there was a few things that I never parted with as from my youth, and that is one of those things. Is I refuse to get rid of any of my Alf shit. I had like Alf magnets, all sorts of stuff. I not getting rid of anything Alf. Fucking love Alf.
You gotta get that Alf action figure I just sent you a link to.
Yeah, the Big Bad Toy Store one.
It's on sale though on Amazon this week.
Oh well, I'm still waiting for the pre-order to come in on Big Bad, but
oh, you already paid for it. Never mind. Okay. One of our listeners is like, send this to Kendo. He's got to have it. I'm like, yeah, he does got to have it.
Yeah, I was gonna buy 2 of them, one to open up and one not to.
Oh come on, nobody buys do that. 2 action figures.
There's some pot and kettle talk that we need to have.
Yeah, but to say,
I know. I watched too much Back to the Future. Okay. Oh God, all the Lego talk, man. We'll do some toy talk. We'll do some toy streams now that we have new means to do so. So, folks,
I want to do some Alf watch-alongs.
Do it.
I need to go get my tripods from Tennessee, and I'll set up the cameras to do the DeLorean build here soon. So it's just a lot of like wiring shit up and making sure everything fucking works. That's all it is.
Now, are we gonna have a contest to see who can build their Lego DeLorean quickest?
Yeah, you guys,
if you want to, we can. But I'm just gonna make a stream of like me doing it for like an hour or two, like maybe a couple times a week, and until it's done.
Just make sure you're wearing pants.
I will wear shorts. Don't worry.
I mean, he said pants, but shorts will do.
Yeah, listeners, if you would rather see Nick sitting around in his skivvies putting together the DeLorean, go ahead and put one. There you go, Jeff. There's a members poll for you.
I gotta figure out how to.
Should Nick wear pants while he's putting together the DeLorean?
The audience is gonna say yes.
Yeah, no, but that makes it funnier. Be like, no, that Nick, you gotta just sit around in your underwear. It's what they want.
Give them what they want.
Yeah, what they really, really want.
All right, the poll's up.
The poll's
go.
Should Nick wear pants whilst building the DeLorean?
Oh
yes,
my God.
No, end poll. God, yes is 57. No is 57 now.
Oh.
58% says no. 64% say no, Nick. 69% say no. Oh, now it's down to 65. 68. Are we going to cross 69 again? No, we're not. Folks, we will check
Alf will come out on Washington's birthday. It's the day after the wife's birthday. I'll be like, hey, honey, look what I got you. Alf. I bought 3.
A glorious gift indeed.
2 for me, 1 for you. Happy birthday. Actually, I'm taking her to Phoenix for her birthday.
Ah, Ponix.
Yeah. She wants to go outlet mall shopping, the big Asian store, buy some kind of fucking tree, and go to Jollibee. Like, that's fine.
Her birthday.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I was like, that's fine as long as we can hit the In-N-Out burger at least once. And, could possibly drive by Scottsdale and I can get some White Castle. Then
nice.
It's a good birthday for me, too.
Yeah, no, definitely get the White Castle.
Yeah.
Or
I just wait till next month when we go home.
Ooh, I miss White Castle burgers.
Yeah, the last time we were in Phoenix was week 1 of the NFL seasons in September, and on the way home, we had to go to Jollibee in Chandler, and we were going to go to the holy shit, that chick's boobs are huge. Anyway, scrolling Facebook and the Reels thing popped up, and there's some chick there wearing like black. I'm just going to send it to you guys. But Messenger. Oh, and the fucking line for In-N-Out Burger was around the block, so I'm just like, fuck. So I drove home hungry for 5 hours.
Yeah, they just put out they just opened up a Whataburger here in Georgia, and thinking like Kennesaw or whatever, and there was a line all the way down the fucking road. I was like, I'm gonna wait a couple of weeks and just wait for this to die out, and then I'll go get one.
Yeah, well, Whataburger is fantastic. If I was anywhere near Albuquerque, I will be next Saturday. So yeah, I'll go to Whataburger that day. No, Darian, it was Reels on Facebook.
Make sure you send us pictures of all your cheeseburgers.
Okay. I don't usually get cheeseburger, but I'll still do it.
When you go to In-N-Out, you don't get a cheeseburger?
Oh, yeah, no, in In-N-Out Burger, I do get the cheeseburger. At Whataburger, I just get the regular Whataburger, typically.
Now, there is a man who I've shared In-N-Out Burger with. There is a man who I've shared Whataburger with, and he's here now, folks. Say hello to the one, the only, Dion Green.
Damn, man, you making me come on the scene like Malcolm X in this motherfucker. Yes, there, brother Jeff. We have been together many a time. We have shared many a beer, and goddamn it, we have shared some delicious ass cheeseburgers. You feel me, brother?
In-N-Out. We did not land on In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out Burger landed on us.
I need to stop talking about burgers because today's National Pizza Day, and I've already committed to pizza for dinner. But I could go for a burger.
Yeah. We went. We were watching the old '90s commercials, or I was rather, and one of those commercials came up, and Hillary was like, "Fuck, now I want one," and then the Totino's ones, and so that's what we made. The rest, we also had actual bacon sandwiches and stuff like BLTs and stuff for actual food, but she made motherfucking pizza today, so we were eating the shitty version of pizza day today. I'm like, what is this, a fucking sixth grade cafeteria?
I went to a school where we had to bring our own lunches, so it sucked.
You never had pizza day?
Well, I mean, we had pizza day, but it was on Thursdays. And, like, you had to buy it a week in advance. These little slips would get handed out in homeroom, and they're like, all right, bring in your dollars.
Wow, that's that's so weird.
Yeah, the end of that story is, my man went with, fucking Brendan Fraser and that. No, not that hoity-toity.
Wait, if I'm being compared to Brendan Fraser, I'm winning, so it doesn't matter, because that guy's a fucking winner.
Hey man, he's got nominated for an Oscar. I hope he fucking wins.
He deserves it.
Yes, dude. Yes, he fucking deserves it.
You know who doesn't deserve a goddamn Oscar is Angela Bassett for her performance in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
You shut your racist mouth.
But I got a fucking ad in the mail, a literal flyer that said for your consideration. I'm like, no, I don't want this. I do not want her.
I saw it on Twitter. I was like, what the fuck is this?
That's what happens in California. They just mail you this shit.
Yeah,
her performance in that role was stunning and, dare I say, brave, and she deserves every bit of praise that she gets.
Oh, go pick some cotton, Kendo. Jesus.
Whoa. That was a bit fucking over the line there, buddy.
Shit, what's wrong with you, man?
The music timing was perfect, though.
Yeah. I hope that ESPN alert was to say that my homie won his second MVP award, but we'll see.
No. Fucking AP Coach of the Year for the Giants.
Oh, well, good. He did make a lot of chicken salad with the chicken shit he had.
That is very true.
Now, guys, our friend Enrique Vasquez is up next. We're going to press two buttons, which is perfect that Dion's here for this one. And then I'm going to ask you guys about the Nintendo Direct because, well, we might have some things to say about the Nintendo Direct. But first, we have to press these.
Hello, Dion.
That's still stupid.
Sorry, buddy. Hey, I didn't time it that way. I promise. And then this one also, and then we'll get to talk about the Nintendo Direct. So, sorry, Dion, but this is a good palate cleanser.
Imagine if you gave a white supremacist 5 MEO DMT, and then as the first one, as they're exhaling,
yeah.
See, we have that one quite a bit, and my question is because he never really finishes going where he was going with that. He just talks about giving a white supremacist that type of DMT, but he doesn't tell you what's going to happen to him. Like, is he like going to marry a black dude or something after he does that? I don't know. I want to know. What was he going to say?
Listen, man, DMT don't work like that, all right?
Hey, welcome to 2023, baby. You never know.
Ecstasy might, but I don't know if DMT will work that way.
Yeah.
I'm not willing to try it.
That'd be a good episode of Maury Povich. I did DMT. I'm a white supremacist who did DMT. Now I'm married to a black man.
It's a hell of an Amazon Prime show.
Yeah. Will it get a second season? Find out.
But here's the thing: why would he like? You can annul the thing, but like how would it not go through?
Don't ask.
Yeah, no, we're just spitballing here. We're not actually looking for solutions.
Now, Rob Brands, thank you very much for becoming a member of the program or the channel tonight. We've had many members join tonight. We will be giving you all some special shout outs a little later on in the show. But our friend Enrique sends in a super chat that says, "Happy Thursday. What did you guys think of the Nintendo Direct?" Now, guys, we don't cover a ton of gaming on here, but you know, we're people, we game, and we did our Twitch stream. So, folks, check out WCBS Gaming on Twitch. But the Nintendo Direct, I thought, was pretty decent. I'm already committed to buying Zelda. I was happy with the digital content that they released on the home console, virtual console stuff. But Kendo, since you're the biggest Nintendo enthusiast on the channel, besides what we've talked about briefly in the beginning, what did you think?
The bits and pieces that I watched, I was, thrilled with. I was impressed. It's, I'm all in on the Zelda. I'm all in on the special Sex Nuts edition of the Zelda game that's coming out. I don't know what comes with it, but I'm fucking buying it. Because it's been a while since they've had a special edition of a Zelda game. I think the last one was maybe Majora's Mask remaster on 3DS that came with the Skull Kid statue. So yeah, I'm sold. I think we're getting another Metroid game, which would be a good time to get back into Metroid. The home console, the Game Boy Advance and Game Boy is good. I just wish there were some more games to choose from. Yeah, I didn't see anything other than the Sunset appearing for the Switch. I don't know what the next one's going to be called. Maybe it's like, Switch Mach 2. But whatever they're going to give it, I'm going to buy it because I love Nintendo. And, I'm geared up. I'm ready for – I've already put in my days off for when Tears of the Kingdom comes out in May. Because I've already went – and I even told the bookkeeper that. I was like, hey, I'm taking these 2 days off. Oh, wow, that's pretty far out, aren't you? You already know what you're doing? I'm like, yeah, the new Zelda game comes out. Yes, that's right. I'm going to not come to work because I'm going to stay home and play video games. She laughed. She likes me.
I'm doing the same thing, except I'm going to stream it on Twitch. So,
nice.
The launch day of that, folks, we will have some content for The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Ooh. The trailer looks cool. I am a little concerned, though, that it's going to be a lot like the last game, because it's the same map, but you can go up into the sky. So I'm not bitching, but Breath of the Wild was a great game, 10 out of 10. I just hope it's not too much of the same, because I'm not.
So what are you going to do when it's the exact same game, and you have to play all the way through it, and instead of getting the fucking motorcycle, you just get like this little plane?
It will be the last Zelda I ever play.
Yeah, I was going to say, I might actually get kind of pissed off at that. Be like, oh, fuck. Well, at least it was a good game to play. I'm more willing to play through it again, I guess.
We're not talking about Cyberpunk 2077 over here. Damn.
No, I was going to say, I have enough faith in Nintendo. They're not going to give us the same fucking game.
Is that what the new Cyberpunk is going to be? Just the same game over again?
Yeah, it's Cyberpunk 2078. New year, same Cyberpunk.
Oh, God. Yeah, I know. Even Netflix dipped their toe into that as well. They made some anime show about it as well to keep it going or something. I don't fucking know.
It was a property that launched, and I'm pretty sure they fixed a lot of the problems with it. I bought the game, and it never really glitched out on me. It just wasn't fun enough to really keep me hooked. Like, it's first-person Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I played it a little bit. I played a good majority of it. Then I just kind of this was fun. I'll go back to playing something else.
Yeah, I mean, I went back to play Halo, Gears of War, many other games that I still play regularly. Cyberpunk just was too generic for me to get pumped.
Yeah. And it seemed like there was too much behind it. Like everybody was like all fucking crazy about it. And then when it came out, it was just kind of this like, nothing really happened.
No. And Enrique, to close out anything else, to answer your question, I just really am just going to do the Zelda stuff. I don't like a lot of the Nintendo IPs these days, like Xenoblade Chronicles. I don't give a shit about that. I never liked Pikmin. I don't do any kind of RPGs. Kirby, I don't like Kirby. Samba de Amigo was a cool Sega game like 25 years ago. Not gonna buy it. So I'm not trying to sound negative, but like I'll definitely buy Metroid Prime Remastered, and I'll, get Zelda. So I'll get their big titles. But yeah, I was happy with what I saw though. Like Zelda looks cool. Do you think they'll destroy the Master Sword, Kendo?
I mean, I would like to say no, because the Master Sword is iconic, with the exception of the first 2 Zelda games where it doesn't really appear in it. But that picture that you commented on earlier from Nintendo, where it looks like the Master Sword's like crumbling, I guess they are going to try to destroy it. I don't know what you're going to replace it with. I guess like maybe they're going to go woke and you can't say Master anymore, and it's going to be the People's Sword.
I mean, that would kind of make sense.
Although I don't think that shit would actually fly in Japan.
No.
Enough people would bitch that they would change it too. Because, like, there's a line you can't cross, and that's the line you can't cross. But I know they're always trying to subvert your expectations. I just am still in the market for, like, a classic Zelda game. Like, a very traditional, almost like a Twilight Princess 2 style game. That's what I'm really wanting. Like a not linear Zelda, but just a 10 to 12 dungeons, a lot more weapons, less crafting. I don't really want to do a ton of nature. I can do it for one more Zelda game, no problem. But like, I'd like to get back to like some traditional Zelda, very European architecture, classic monsters, that kind of stuff.
See, I'm kind of like split, because on the one hand, I loved having Breath of the Wild, which took me playing like 5 hours a day, a month, to do everything in that game, like all 120 shrines, beat the beasts, and kick Ganon's ass. But at the same time, it's like I don't have that much time to dedicate to the game, so maybe I would be okay with going back to like an Ocarina of Time type of linear Zelda, where it takes, a week and a half to beat it. Not that I don't want that, believe me. I would much rather, and actually that could be a blessing, because every time I get done playing a Zelda game and I beat the game and everything, I always feel kind of bittersweet, and it's kind of sad, because it's like, oh man, it's that adventure is over for now. Not that I can't go back and play it, but like the magic of doing it the first time is over. And this way it could be extended. Maybe that's what never mind. I kind of want that, because now instead of taking a month, it'll take me like 2 years to beat it. And that'll be fine.
I only want them to like, I want more in the game though, because I like the exploration, but I don't find myself going back and playing that game at all. I hated the DLC and I didn't even finish that. I don't know, man. Like Nintendo seems very happy and proud of like their weather system, or the fact that you can use wind to do this and all this shit. It's like, look, I get it. Miyamoto ran around as a kid and had all these fantasies and shit. But I don't really want to keep, catering to his whims. There's a version of Zelda that I liked. I really liked Ocarina and Ocarina, Twilight Princess, and that style of game. I would like a dark Zelda. Hopefully this is it. This could be it. And if it's great, you're not going to hear me complain one bit. So that's all she wrote about Nintendo, folks. Now, let's get back on topic for tonight, guys. So, Dion, now that you're here, I wanted to talk about this once you got here. How do you feel about DiCaprio and his 19-year-old girlfriend? Because I've just been laughing at people's reactions. I don't even have really an opinion. I just love to hear people talk about it either way. What do you think about it?
I mean, that's, it's his business. I'm not a big fan of, people, at a certain age, dating super young people. I'm not a fan of it. I don't endorse it, and at the same time, it's like, hey, that's what they're doing. So it ain't none of my business. If he comes out that he's mistreating her, obviously I'll judge him then. But right now, he's dating him young, and that's his prerogative.
Now, Kendo, what do you think of the people on Twitter, Kendo, that are raging out? They're like, "Oh, this is terrible. This is horrible." It's like, I just laugh at their reactions.
Yeah, well, a good chunk of those people are women, especially those in the middle age that live alone. That if they could switch, if they could take a magical pill that would make them 19 and Leonardo DiCaprio's boyfriend, they would do it without hesitation. They're pretty pissy, and most of the dudes I see being pissy about it are probably white knight and tipping their fedoras for milady. But here's the thing: it's none of my business. She's 19, and Leonardo DiCaprio's filthy fucking rich. So are we going to question why she's with him? Oh, yeah, I bet she really likes him. I bet that's why she really likes him. Because clearly he's into younger chicks. I mean, so is Jerry the King Lawler. No one's ever said anything. But I don't know. I just don't understand why people's panties are in such a twist. Like, this is nothing new. You know, it wasn't too long ago people were making fun of Leonardo DiCaprio for the fact that he was dating a woman that was like 20. So clearly he's regressing. He's shaving a little points off each time, and at a certain point he's got to stay above a certain line, or else he could run afoul of the law. But it's whatever. I mean, I have way more important things in my life to worry about what celebrities dating who.
Oh yeah, me too. I just love how people are like so triggered that they have to stop their everyday lives to like keep going on about it.
That
I'm like, I've seen articles written about it.
To the internet.
That tells you how little those people have going for them in their life, that they have to take to social media to scream about something that concerns them in zero ways.
Yeah, that absolutely affects zero parts of the
conversation. That's that's just what Twitter is, man. That's exactly what Twitter is. I mean, it's where we live in a world where if people aren't online tweeting all the time, then they don't feel seen. A lot of people have a hard time putting their shit down or removing themselves from a situation and being like, that's none of my fucking business. The fact that it's just the world would be a better place if we knew a lot less about each other.
Right. And then there was something that came out like last week. There was this picture floating around on Twitter or something like that. It was like this 80-year-old woman had like a 20-year-old boyfriend. And these same people were probably the ones that were like, yeah, slay queen.
Yep.
They're championing the they're championing like this 70, 80-year-old woman that's fucking a 20-year-old. Same thing with Cher. Cher's like 75. Most of her is only probably like 20. And she's dating some guy that's like 35, which I get's kind of an apples and oranges thing. But everyone's championing her. It's like, oh, look at her go. She's
they're championing her, aren't they?
They were. Dion, Kendo's right. There's a double standard.
Same thing with Madonna as well. She's dating somebody who's way older than her. I mean, way younger than her.
She looks like a pizza that's got some melty cheese.
She does. She looks like Pizza the Hut.
Yeah, I did. I saw a picture of Madonna the other day. It looked like she had been stung in the face by like a bunch of bees.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, sidestepping the fact that we sound like the four Negroes from The View.
You're definitely the Joyce Behar of this show, dude.
Clearly,
you're not even whooping.
Clearly.
I thought he was the Raven of the show.
Oh Lord,
wait, is she on there?
Not.
I have no fucking idea. I have no.
Barbara Walters passed away, so I've never watched an episode.
Well, she's been off the show for a while because she was, super old.
Well, daytime TV starts and ends with The Price is Right for me. I've never cared about whatever else is on.
I agree.
Everybody in my life was working, and my grandma was just like, I like The Price is Right, and that was about it. And then she watched her goddamn soap operas. That's a story for another time.
Wait, was she watching General Hospital and shit?
Dude, I love my grandma. I miss her and think about her quite a bit. But my God, at 3:00, she had to be home to watch a Guiding Light every day. It's like there was a point in time where it's like, I got to be home for my stories. It's like, okay, Grandma, fine, no problem. This is when I was a younger kid too. This wasn't like more recently as she's gotten older. Like, I don't know, when I was 5, she couldn't leave the house. She had to watch that show every day.
Now, how would you feel if your grandma had a boyfriend who was like 20? Would you care?
It would have been weird. She did have a boyfriend who was like a year older than her, and that was okay, I guess. I don't want to think about old people dating young people. If you're into it, cool. I wish most people would take the approach of, all right, he's a rich guy that dates young women. All right, let's not burn down and re-out. It's like as bad as the people with Harry Potter. They want to freak out. Oh my God, people are playing Harry Potter. Tough shit. They're playing that game. Let them play the game.
It's a fucking game. They're enjoying themselves.
One dude from the Young Turks, like that's like their video game person, like even came out and said, "Oh, I'm not playing it or doing it on Twitch because I don't want the Twitter people to come after me." It's like, well, that's probably
they don't really have much resolve on that channel anyway. So
no, that's true, but still,
if there's a channel that's gonna get mad about that and say that very sentence, it's gonna be the Young Turks.
Whatever happened to that woman? Was it Anna Kasparian?
She's still out there.
I'm better than you, and I know it. All this dumb shit. I remember that.
Yeah, man, she's still on. She's still one of the main co-anchors.
Yeah. She she has to stay on there because nobody else wants her. So
Hey,
that's it.
Listen, that sword cuts both ways now.
True.
So, don't get me wrong. You can believe what you believe, and that's cool. But the extremes on both sides. They can't just walk up to the other major dudes like, yeah, I'm gonna not be a problem.
Yeah. Oh man,
I don't know what that means, but we'll move on.
Shit, you brought it up. Fuck.
No, I meant the news outlet thing. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but let's move on. So Dion,
yeah,
you've never been to New Mexico, right?
No, not yet. I have not been in New Mexico.
Okay, well you're safe because Alec Baldwin is away from there. But have you guys heard why he wants the charges thrown out?
No, he's a rich famous actor.
I can't wait to hear this shit.
Alec Baldwin has filed a motion to disqualify the special prosecutor assigned to take him to task regarding his accused involuntary manslaughter of Rust cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the grounds that her right-leaning political affiliation makes her appointment unconstitutional by New Mexico law.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, well, New Mexico's also got a law that says you can't shoot people, so I'd like to think that those two balance out.
Same Georgia has the same law too. It's weird.
Yeah, it's funny how that works.
Sadly, Alec Baldwin doesn't like the woman that's been assigned to the case because she has a 97% conviction rate.
I mean, that's why he doesn't.
Yeah, that's all-time great numbers right there. What you mean? She's shooting a fucking 97, bro. Like we're in fucking trouble.
Yeah,
he was only shooting 45.
Right,
but that's the dumbest excuse I've ever heard. Oh, that's essentially saying she's too good. I'm fucked.
Alec going to jail. Alec going to jail for a little bit.
Well, that's not the only Alec Baldwin news of the day, too.
Oh shit!
Wait, people
more?
People forgot since 30 Rock started that he's an asshole, and just because he agreed with you politically does not mean that he stopped being an asshole. And that's an asshole thing to do. He's bringing it up. He's enamored himself with that defense, and he's gonna use it. I mean, he's gonna try to play all the cards that he can play. I mean, people, before 30 Rock, everyone was like, "Yeah, that dude's a dick," and da. And then he was funny on 30 Rock, and he was giggling with Tina Fey and doing his skits on SNL, the same one over and over and over and over again. Everyone, yeah, he can do Trump really well. That's great. And he hates him. I hate him too. Cool. He didn't stop being that same guy.
No.
A lot of people
that's
don't
why a lot of
change.
people
He's
don't really
too
take
old.
sympathy for him, people don't have sympathy for him. They're sympathetic to the woman that got shot. They're sympathetic to the family and all that stuff. But very few people seem to give a shit. Whatever happens to Alec Baldwin happens to Alec Baldwin. Like even his wife. Oh, he's crazy. He's got all these issues. Nobody's buying that. And he did it to himself for, like you said, for being the same person all these years. It's like we know what kind of person you are. Don't be surprised when we're all like, yeah, we can see through your shtick.
I hate I hate when these celebrities are like, oh, I have mental problems. It's like, bitch, you have enough money to go get a therapist and get yourself fixed and have the best medication in the world. Like, go do the work. Quit bitching. You have the money and the resources to do this.
It's the people on Twitter, that want to live in this world where they're like me. They hate the same politicians that I hate. And it's like, yeah, they don't see themselves as you. That dude has always seen himself as above. Period. He always has. And just because he agreed with you does not mean that he's, exempt from fucking consequences, especially when his negligence cost someone their fucking life.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about you. If he'd have shot your ass, he'd be using the same wild ass defense. They're not like us. A lot of them could not give a shit about the lives we live. So he's gonna play this card because he's rich and famous. He's gonna try to get away with it.
Now, Dion, as the person on the panel who has the most experience in this field, what do you think his chances are of actually having a jury buy that and throwing out the whatever?
Well, I would say normally he'd have a 50-50 chance, but he's in New Mexico, so his chances of winning drastically go down.
Mm-hmm.
No, but Dion, as a criminal justice guy and stuff, do you see this actually working out in his favor?
No, I mean, again, it all depends on if when they get to that point and they either offer him a deal, it's all going to depend on whether he accepts it or not, and if he doesn't, this is not going to play in his favor, especially after this, so good luck getting an impart, someone that isn't somehow affected by all this shit. But no, you can't not see that part. You can't not see his actions. I mean, because they're gonna bring up legally all of these other instances of him being negligent. And is that negligent person capable of being negligent enough in this case that he got someone killed? And they're gonna look at how he acted in the press. They're gonna bring that up. You're gonna have the prosecution bring up his actions after what happened. He didn't seem contrite or remorseful. He went out into the media and he was running his mouth. Mm-hmm. He's doing interviews on national television to control the narrative, and they're going to paint him as this person who cares about himself. And can you beyond a reasonable doubt? No, I think the normal human being, 12 peers of his are all going to be like, hey, this dude is wild enough that he's now he did file based on political reasons that the prosecutor shouldn't be involved. And it's like, that's no way that pays in his favor. No way. Especially in a place like New Mexico where, they're not, it isn't Hollywood, dude. Mm-hmm. They're not going to see you as one of them. They're going to be like, yo, this rich dude filmed this movie. He was negligent the entire time. He hired people who were negligent. He hired inexperienced people. Is that person negligent enough to just have a gun in his hand and pull the trigger when it's pointed at somebody? And, and that's before we know all the other shit that's going to come out. So, no. I professionally speaking, I would be like, no, he's in a lot of fucking trouble.
Well said. Nick, Kendo, anything you guys want to add?
Well, the one thing I was going to add is the extra news that came out about Alec Baldwin today. The family of Helena Hutchins is suing Mr. Alec Baldwin for the death of Helena. And according to their attorney, Gloria Allred, the family, or Mr. Baldwin, has never reached out to the family whatsoever, even to say he was sorry.
Ooh.
So that doesn't look good.
No.
If he really feels bad and is remorseful, he's never contacted her family to say, sorry or to explain anything. He's just ghosted them. And they got Gloria Allred on the case, which means, there's going to be a lot of attention paid to that because that woman loves attention.
Have you heard the other trial she's involved with or was involved with that kind of got thrown out and she's upset?
No, which one was that?
She was representing some of the women who were going against her on Jeremy, but they just threw out the case because of his dementia. Again, there was news last week that they were going to do that stuff, but today they actually went through with it. And she was quoted as saying how it was disturbing for the families and stuff. So I didn't realize she was involved with two big trials.
Yeah, well, man. Apparently the Hutchins family hired her to be their attorney in their lawsuit against Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, I mean, and that's really shitty. That's action speaking louder than words. The fact that he says all these things in public and he's crying and this, that, and the other, and he hasn't even reached out. Didn't they say that they're did they say anything about the movie? Is it ever going to finish production? Is it shit can? What's the deal on that?
They're supposed to be firing up production again on it. and finishing the movie at some point. Whether or not that happens is different, but I don't know. I know I'm not going anywhere near that set, especially if Alec's there. I don't want to get shot. And I've been meaning to go to Santa Fe. It looks like a nice place to visit.
Yeah, just don't be there when this guy's there.
Listen, when I hear Santa Fe, I was thinking about the movie his fucking brother was in, John Carpenter's Vampires.
Oh shit!
Is that Carpenter's best or worst film?
Best, clearly.
I want to say that's like after the apex, like it's going downhill now. Like that's when he started doing like the like like Ghosts of Mars and shit like that. Where like they're funny and they're good because they're so bad. Because John Carpenter's Vampires it's okay, but it's still like it. I don't know. It has a very like 90s sheen to it. It's very fucking 90s.
That's a positive. Some movies,
yeah.
But it's Village of the Damned. That's the one that pisses me off.
Why does that piss you off?
John Carpenter's that was dumb compared to the original.
Wait, which one?
The one with the kids. The one of the Damned. The Village of the Damned, right?
Yeah. He did. Yeah, he did it in the 90s. Yeah, he did. I think he did one in the 90s with Christopher Reeves and Kirstie Alley.
Yeah, I just didn't think it was.
Craven did that.
No, it's John Carpenter.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't think it was like. Wait, okay, hear me out for a second, Dion. I wonder if you're thinking of Wishmaster because they have the same poster style.
Could be.
No, I knew Wishmaster was Wes Craven. What am I thinking of?
Wishmaster is also a better movie than Village of the Damned.
Oh yeah,
that first one is. That first one's really good. First one's really good.
Yeah, I will go back. Like
the second one's okay. Like that, it's just a carbon copy with but hey, she was a thief.
We grew up in the decade where they could make really great horror movies, but then when they would do the sequel, they would shit the bed like every time. Like Leprechaun, kind of good.
Oh God.
And then you get not until you get the Leprechaun in the Hood is it worth any of my time. That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they keep advertising Scream 6. I just got a thing on Instagram where it's like Scream 6 in real 3D. I'm like, why? Why is it in 3D? Why are we doing this again?
Can you do me a favor?
You tried that. We've tried it twice.
Well, third time's a charm, Dion. Did Scream 5 come out last year?
Yeah.
No, it was 2 years ago, right?
Was it? Here, let me check real quick.
Fuck.
Because I keep thinking like, oh my God, there's a Scream movie back-to-back years? This is insane. Look, between the Scream people and the people going on about Wednesday and then Scream coming back out, it's kind of all been a blend of like 90s goth girl shit is still popular.
Well, no, the thing is that all those 90s goth girls were teenagers. Now they're like 35 and 40 and they have money to fucking, waste on this shit. That's why they are.
Well, that's why we're going to be doing certain things at conventions. We're going to have a couple extra booths that no one will know are ours, and we're going to cater to middle-aged white women to sell them stuff.
We'll call one John and the other one Wilkes.
God damn it, Kendo.
No. I'll get a Ford
Scream
truck to deliver everything.
Okay, Scream 5 or whatever. It's just called Scream. It came out in 2022. So yeah, it was last year.
Jeez,
damn,
back-to-back years. I thought so.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, they're making them quick and cheap. I mean, and even though the new one, like, when I see all the kids in New York, I'm pretty sure they copied that from a book. Because there's what is it, Clowns in a Cornfield, that they're actually adapting it into a movie, the first one. The second one follows the kids afterwards, after the whole incident happens, and they're in a city setting and they're getting attacked by people, and that the whole trailer reminds me of that part of the book, and I'm just like, did somebody read this and want this in the book? I mean, just want this in the movie? So it's very strange. It's real strange.
God, when did we last have a series that pumped them out annually like this?
That's wild. Yeah, that's
Saw and Paranormal Activity.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, it's weird.
What about? Didn't we just live through Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends back-to-back years?
We did.
Wait,
I don't think they were back to back though.
No,
they were. Halloween Ends was last year or now 2 years ago, and Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. It was like 21 and 22.
Yeah,
Really?
that
Damn,
would
dude.
make
No,
that would make
'cause I
sense.
thought
Yeah,
it was 20. 'Cause I remember it was during. Was it? God damn.
Because the first one was 2018, and then there was like a 3-year gap, and we got Halloween. Yeah, because I watched both of them here in the Land of Enchantment, and I've only been here since August of 2021.
Yeah,
so
Kills and Ends were back to back. Kills is 21, Ends is 22.
Damn. Like, what are you doing? What are y'all doing over there?
You know the shit kicking part about that is I couldn't even tell you what happens in Halloween Ends. I watched it. I couldn't even tell you what happened. I don't fucking
Shit, it's
remember.
all the bullshit, dude. Well, no, they're doing the Blumhouse thing. They're making them
wait, no,
fast
we
and
didn't
cheap,
watch
man.
it.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
haven't
they're-
watched that one yet.
No.
Yeah, they're copying the Blumhouse playbook now, where they're just doing them fast and cheap. That's what they're doing.
Fucking Blumpkin House.
Do you
I
want to
think,
watch it for the channel? Because it's not good.
Well, what is it? The guy, the director, James Wan, I think from the first Saw movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's taken his production company and combined it with Blumhouse.
I mean,
So,
I hope it's good for us, the audience.
I mean, horror last year really did quite well. With once again, like with as much money with the budgets and then the money they made, like they made a lot of fucking money on horror last year, and it seems like they're doing it again this year as well because once again they're making them good and cheap, and people want to watch them, and they're making money off them right now. So,
I mean, look at Megan. Megan's making money. They already announced a sequel. 2 weeks out?
2 weeks, yeah. I mean, same thing.
Launch,
Yeah, same thing with Violent Night. I think 2 or 3 weeks after that, they announced a part 2. So, like, it's happening. It's happening.
It's the happening.
Did you guys see
what
the
is
new
it?
Shyamalan movie yet?
Yeah, I did. I did watch it last week.
How was it?
It was all right. It was okay. I mean, it's hard. Like, it's the whole thing that they're describing to these people is really difficult to like understand and like grasp because like it just happens. Like the movie just fucking starts, and every now and again they'll do like little backstories of like the couple and like what happened and how they how they got their little girl and why did they end up in the cabin and all the other bullshit.
Was there a twist?
No, because I mean, I guess it's opposite. I guess from what I've heard, it's opposite from the book. If you've read the book, then you know what the twist is when you watch the movie. But as far as I watched it, like, yeah, it's like I watched it and I was like, this is an okay movie. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I didn't really need to go watch it in a theater. It was okay. So I don't know. M Night still is just kind of like meh. And it's really troublesome. It's just kind of like, dude, you had like 2 or 3 bangers and now you're just doing like mediocre shit. Like it's really bad.
Well, then you should go and join his company, and the two of you guys can make some great content. You can be called the Banger Bros.
I think the 3 of us should be hired as consultants. Dion, Kendo, we gonna work for him?
I'm down.
Yeah. We'll ride around in a bus called the Banger Bus. Be great.
The sad thing is we'll make more money doing that than actually making movies.
Probably would.
I think it's time to cash in, guys. I mean, 2 of you guys have a family. We all need better retirement packages. I think it's time. I mean, Dion, you could use a couple $1 million in the bank for D2, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's just never gonna buy him a Switch again.
That's fine. Like, I don't think you should. I think you should make him wait for the new Nintendo and be like, look, this is the new Nintendo, and you can't take it anywhere with you.
Especially the bathtub.
What you should do is you should lie to him and tell him that the new Nintendo, hopefully it's not a handheld, maybe it's just an actual console, because that way he'll just have to sit at the TV and play
Listen,
it.
that motherfucker brought that up the other day, and I went off on his ass again.
Wait, he brought up he wanted to switch back?
That self-preservation gene. My child does not have it.
They just keep touching the electric fence and keep getting shocked and wondering why it happens.
Listen, my damn kid, he just be staying in the shit.
Have you seen that video of the mom handing the teenager like the hot pot? She's like, the bottom is hot. The bottom is fucking hot.
Yeah, dude. When that meme came out, Hillary and I were busting out laughing. We couldn't stop laughing at that. How realistic that, not just from kids in general. You tell them something in one ear, splashes the gray matter, and goes immediately out the other motherfucking side.
I have spent a lot of time with you as Dad Dion. I mean, half of our friendship is you before the kids, half of our friendship so far is you with them, which is great, no problem. But I have seen you deal with all of this bullshit, and the look that comes over on your face when you have to deal with this. I always feel for you, man, because you're like, God damn it, more. It never stops, does it?
You know what? And I think that's one reason why I stayed in love with God of War. Because when he goes, boy, like I understand that. I understand the frustration. And you know, I gotta still I'm like, yo, he just ate, you know, Devin too. I just be like, boy. like damn it. What's wrong with you?
You need an outlet.
Oh my Lord.
And Kratos is that outlet.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
if anyone gets cast as Kratos, I'm putting my motherfucking name in the hat because I can relate with that motherfucker.
Maybe it's your star-making role.
Boom! I'll be like Batista.
And you refuse to play that one, so.
Yeah.
Did you hear that the?
Well, no, I love how Batista was just like, yeah, I'm gonna quit MCU and go to work for M. Night Shyamalan. It's like that's not really a prestigious name. Like he makes.
Listen, that motherfucker's chasing his dream right now, his new dream, and that's to be a fucking well-respected actor. Yeah, that dude. He was out there smoking with Erykah Badu. He's, you know, Batista's out there.
That's a name.
He is letting his dreams not be dreams. You feel me? That motherfucker is just.
He did do a good job. I will give him that. Batista.
I love him as an actor. Make no mistake.
Yeah, no,
I'm a big Batista fan. You know, his little part. I still say his little part in Blade Runner 2049 is his best work. Like that dude. You know, that's why I'm so damn mad that he worked with Zack Snyder because I love Batista, but he is out there, bro. And I'm proud of him. But he'd be the dude that you like if you were to get him a beer, he would say something. You would just look at him like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, I feel like Dave's lost it because every week when he has a new property or something coming out, he has to shit on the one that he did before it, and it's like ever since he lied publicly, he's like, "Yeah, before Marvel, I was flat broke. I had nothing." It's like, dude, you main evented WrestleMania the same year that Guardians of the Galaxy came out. That's a lie. Stop lying to us to look cool in the press. Like he's a solid actor. He may be next to Roddy Piper. He may be the best wrestler turned actor in terms of like actual acting on screen. Like,
easy. You're forgetting about Terry Bollea, otherwise known as Hulk Hogan. Okay,
listen, that man was a suburban commando. He is out of the fucking running.
Have you not?
I was frozen today.
High noon at Mega Mountain.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right,
Listen.
Dave Dragon.
Oh, God. But Dion, if you like Batista, then go watch Knock at the Cabin, dude. Like, he does a really good job. He does a really good job.
Wait. I can't fucking wait for that. That's what we're doing for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, just to give you a little idea what happens. Like in the beginning,
he tells you how big his dick is.
No. In the beginning, like he's talking to the little girl in the movie, and you know, like she's uncomfortable, and he's like, "My name's this. I'm not a stranger anymore." And he starts talking to her and stuff, and just the interaction is just like you see how he is, and he does a fucking wonderful job. So good.
Damn, dude, I'm so excited. I was excited when I saw him in that shit, and I was like, "Listen, man, I would love to get high with you, but I'd be like, listen, you got to go home for a little bit. Like, you got to give me a breather." You know, we can get high, we can spar, and then you want to run some lines. I want to see your process, man. But then after a little while, when I come back down, I'm going the fuck home. And no, you can't come over. I'll call you.
Give him what he wants, though, Dion.
Yeah.
He wants the D.
Yeah, well, Batista, you've done everything in this business except beat me.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh god. Yeah, I mean, and then he did what is it? He did glass onion or whatever.
Oil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dion,
so-
how did
He
you
was really
like
funny
that
in that.
movie?
He was funny, but that movie fucking sucked.
Your reaction the entire time, dude.
Listen, you and I, and it would never happen, but you and I could fall out. Like we could have like a fucking blowout that's like, internet, a chef's kiss in terms of drama. If we were to watch a movie in the same room and it sucked, even we could be pissed at each other and we would still look at each other like, "Are you seeing this shit?"
Yeah, our brains would literally wipe out whatever problem it was, and then go, "This motherfucker!" And by the end of that movie, we would just be like, "All right, whatever."
Listen, we went in open mind for real, like we were all hanging. It was our New Year's tradition. We was chilling, and Hillary was like, "Let's watch Glass Onion," and we were like, "All right, cool. We're gonna give it a shot." Like we fucking pepped ourselves up. We had our whole Rocky IV montage. Like, okay, we're gonna chill. We're gonna have some beers. We gonna hit the lemon pepper a little bit. And that movie still fucking sucked. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like that's not even. This is not show Dion. This is real Dion. Jeff and I multiple times. And there was a point where like we had to like pause it. And I was mad at I was like, you made us watch this shit.
Would you like to hear something?
Yeah.
That wasn't the first time I saw most of that. I had when it first dropped, I was curious. I was laying in bed. I'm like, I wonder how bad this is. And so I watched up through the part where everybody arrives at the house. And so I turned it off, but I was like, all right, I guess we're going to watch it all the way through this time. And it is a one and done picture for me.
It is.
Yeah, and I think what is he's got another one or two that he's going to do for Netflix. I forget what his deal was with them.
If Rian Johnson never touched Star Wars and this was the type of shit he made and that's it, you probably would never hear us even talk about it because these movies are like not really for us. How would you describe Rian Johnson's demographic? Would you like white women?
I don't know. It seems like his demographic is like pretentious, like kids with liberal arts degrees who think like
his audience really love Desperate Housewives. That's how I would describe his target audience. Like he didn't make Star Wars for Star Wars fans and fans of film. He made it specifically for all the people that loved Desperate fucking Housewives. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it kind of sucks because I liked the first Knives Out. I was like, cool, I like this. I liked it. This one, I was like, bro, he was smelling every morsel of his farts, and he loved it. And then he got with Edward Norton. Who also loves the smell of his fucking farts. And those two were like, let's just fucking do whatever.
Let's just Dutch oven this motherfucker.
Let's make fucking Rian Johnson trapped in the closet level shit. I was like, what the fuck? This is what? Like, that's the exact same thing I said when I watched R. Kelly Trapped in the Closet. I was like, what is happening right now? And it's kind of pissing me off.
Were you pissed off because you couldn't comprehend what was going on with the R. Kelly video or the content of the video?
For me, it would have been column A and column B. So I'm assuming Dion's probably on the same boat with me in that one.
Yeah, I was on the level of, yo, who okayed this shit?
Yeah, and why is there like 18 chapters to this fucking album that's all the same thing? It's like Trapped in the Closet 1, Trapped in the Closet. It's like, then it gets like Trapped in the Closet 12. I'm still trapped in the closet. It's like, okay, we got that part already. We get what's happening.
And I'm racing home. It's the cop's wife. I was like, what?
It's like, yo, you could have just made a song.
10.
It's like, yo, you could have just made a song about how you banged some cop's wife. Like, you could have solved all this in like 4 minutes.
Right.
Do you guys remember the Trapped in the Drive-Thru parody?
No, but it gave us a great South Park episode.
Well, I mean, didn't R. Kelly drop another album from jail or some shit?
No, I think his appeal got rejected or something.
Okay.
But I would
not
never
another
put it past him.
remix
He
to
dropped
Ignition.
some fucking-
Darn.
Listen,
It's hot and fresh out the kitchen, yo.
remix to The Great Escape.
R. Kelly with a fucking spoon trying to dig his way out of the fucking prison.
You are not Andy Dufresne. You was doing all the graping.
Trying to get out of this prison, so I'm digging with a spoon. Gonna pee on the dirt to make it softer.
Turns out it was the other CO's wife.
Oh shit, Dion, we got some breaking news.
Mm.
Who would you guess has won their second MVP award?
It would be the Mahomie, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Good days. Okay, back to R. Kelly digging his way out of prison in a spoon.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah!
That's yeah. I mean, yeah. We're all waiting for that video too. Like he's trying to dig his fucking god. Man,
yeah. Listen, you talk about a crazy spiral. For the people who knew. Like, I am not leaving any female I care about around R. Kelly. And to see that dude death spiral, damn, that motherfucker went on Good Morning America with goddamn Gail, and he's like, I'm fighting for my fucking life. I was like, yo, this motherfucker crazy.
He did it. He fucking did it.
He did that shit. Beretta did that shit. I was like, lock his ass up.
Dude, it was... We saw it coming. We saw it happen. And will we see R. Kelly free in our lifetimes?
No.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't think
motherfucker's gonna
so.
be almost dead when he gets out. Is this the official? Yeah, the ESPN breaking news.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think R. Kelly's getting. I mean, if he does, he's gonna be like, it's gonna be like Bill Cosby. He's gonna be like 80 years old and barely hanging on. They're gonna let him out because they got simpy. Like he's changed. He's changed his ways. It's like, no, man, he can't walk and he's impotent.
Well, Robert, I was not that big of a fan before all this, nor after. Did you like any R. Kelly music? I just liked Remix to Ignition.
Oh yeah, man! Like fucking that remix was fucking to Ignition that shit was crazy, man. We were like in 8th grade or whatever when that shit came out. I remember loving R. Kelly. Then got older and I was like, yo, there's a lot of people saying that shit. I was like, I'm not gonna buy that dude's music anymore. Like, I was like, I think I was like 18, 19, 2009. And I was like, yeah, I can't be giving that motherfucker money. Nah, I'm not doing that shit. and then you keep hearing shit and you're like, that motherfucker's going down a bit. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. Shit. They made that documentary. And that motherfucker went to jail. He fucked up multiple times, and the system said, "You know what? They made a documentary. We can't leave your black ass out in the wild." They said we gotta lock your ass up. They said, Chicago, y'all are fucked up again. You let this motherfucker run around in public. Lock his ass up. No, don't start singing. This ain't about art. Don't you start putting that fucking mask on. Get your ass in the back of the car right now. You going to jail. You going to jail, motherfucker. And then he went on fucking Good Morning America with fucking Gail. And he started freaking out. And she's like, Robert, I'm fighting for my fucking life. No, you going to jail, motherfucker. Ain't shit you can say.
I just want the clip from Chappelle's show with the grandma going, "That's my Robert," every time you bring up R. Kelly. That would be very wrong. Now, let me check. Let's see what else we got on the list for tonight. Oh, yeah. We have a few more things, but there's some fun things. Dion, pick a number between 1 and 69 so we can check in with the audience.
69.
All right, 69, folks. Ask and you shall receive, Dion. Let me count that high. It takes a minute to get there.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
Hold it! Billy, I need your help, man.
All right. Axel!
I'm sorry. We're all out of bananas.
Axel? Don't go.
Honey, wake up.
What? Oh, I had that dream again.
Oh, Billy, man, we gotta talk.
Dude, we do. We got to get together for Beverly Hills Cop 4. I have never flown across the country for a Netflix movie, but since I can't share my password, I got to come over to your house to get myself on the Wi-Fi anyway, so let's just
we still got Netflix, and goddamn it, either if it's great or if it's terrible, we going down together. Where we ride together, we die together. Beverly Hills
Axel
Cop
Foley for life.
That's right, man.
I know. I'm so excited. I hope it doesn't suck.
God, please don't suck. Oh my God, this is like a fabric of my friendship. This is a fabric of my life. If this movie sucks,
you know,
Top
I don't
Gun
know what I'm
Maverick.
gonna fucking do.
Just channel Top Gun Maverick.
I would like that.
Just
you know,
yes.
Dion.
This works. Let's do it this way.
If it sucks, it'll probably strengthen our friendship because we'll both have suffered a great trauma. It's like, what did they do to Axel? And then
Seriously, man, like we might not ever be the same. I might just
man,
be
the audience is
chasing
gonna love that.
thick white women for the rest of my life.
I mean, it's a good thing to chase.
Yeah.
Best.
I mean, you know, hey.
Now, Dion, this is our first episode where we have our membership program. How does it feel to have your face as one of the emojis?
I love the idea of that right now. Even you know, it's I've made it, goddammit, I've made it. I've made a stamp in the world, and I am an emoji. Boom. Suck it, America. You can't stop me now.
Well, folks, if you want to be able to get in on the emoji party, there you go. Now, also, one of the things we're offering is the badges. And what you'll notice is anyone that has signed up today, they'll have a badge that's part of the WCBS logo.
We don't need no stinking badges. God damn
You
it.
don't. Unless you do want to get, access to some of our stuff. And the cool part is, folks, the further you get along in your membership, your badge will evolve into the full WCBS logo. So far, we're the only people that can have it, but then you guys can unlock it as well. So, add a little collector's, it's like a little quest. You're going to collect this, collect that, and then you'll have access to other fun stuff too. And like I haven't released the video yet, but at the Elite membership, we give you discounts on all of our stuff too. So, it'll be fun. Be on the lookout. There's going to be a lot coming at you this year. So, up first from our messages from the audience was Ash and Raven movie reviews. Thank you for your very generous super chat. Everyone is an activist with an agenda. The only way to fix films in today's world is for someone to start a new company so you know who you're hiring. Current system won't change. New company is needed. I agree. You need new ideas, and a new company is just the people, or is just the place to do it. No matter what, ideologically, this or that, these movies just aren't hitting the quality level. Like, if you want to review them in that way, I agree. You can find those problems in them. But at the same time, if you want to work strictly on a bad script and all these other things, you find those out there too. It's just weird. It's almost like a coincidence that all of those bad movies that have the activist agenda also suck. They're never good. There's never one like, maybe Star Trek 4. You're like, this movie is about saving the whales. That's a good one. I can get behind that message. Or Lethal Weapon 2. We don't eat tuna. We're boycotting it. Only albacore. Okay, I can get behind that. Whatever the random message of apartheid is. One man, one vote. You dumb son of a bitch. Like, all that, fine. Whatever. That's Lethal
One man, one
prerogative.
sound. Goddammit, get it right.
But nowadays, realistically, none of these things ever hit and work. It's not like, oh man, the movie that had this agenda about this was great and I had to overlook it. It's like, man, Captain America, or whatever, Winter Soldier and Falcon wasn't that good of a show, but when it shit the bed went blank. Like, they're always there like that. So, I don't like it. If you have something that has a message, fine. Make sure the message is worthwhile and make sure it is delivered well. I don't mind anything that's got a positive message. I just don't want something that's got a bullshit message that really doesn't benefit anybody. TLJ Screwjob sends in 3 very nice super chats. We're going to read these all in a row. Thank you, TLJ Screwjob. As WDW Pro and Valiant Renegade said, every quarter, 3 months, Disney is losing a cruise liner through Disney Plus. $12 billion so far. Whew. Ooh. That puts it in perspective. A fucking ship. Guys, when do you think they're going to sell off the Star Wars cruise ship?
Long way from that, but
yeah, how long have they had that?
Too long.
Under a year.
Okay, when it hits the 3-year mark, they're probably going to like revamp it or do something else with it.
Yeah, first year they'll be like, oh well, people didn't really know we have it. It'll bounce back next year. After year 2, they're like, okay, we're losing too much money. If it doesn't rebound, we got to get rid of it. After year 3, that's when they'll fucking take it to the scrap heap.
Yeah, I mean, I think what they're going to do is like in year 3, they're going to revamp it to make it like a nightly hotel or whatever. They'll just make it that, where they'll forego all the other bullshit and all the other things. It'll just be like options you add on to your trip, where like it'll be like a nightly stay for this fucking ship thing you're in, but then you can add on like shit to do, like the saber building stuff or the fucking game thing you learn or whatever the hell it is, like sabak or whatever the hell. Like they'll add those will be add-ons you can do to your trip to like that'll cost more money or something. They'll nickel and dime the fuck out of you. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, the resort now costs $3,000 for a family for the entire night. For an extra $50, you can play sabak with Peter Mayhew's hologram.
I'll sign up for that one.
You know what? I have no desire to ever go to Disney World. I feel like that's going to change. I'm going to be told that we're going to Disney World at some point.
Yeah.
And
I feel like Dion's felt that too. He's like, I didn't want to go, but I fucking had to.
Because I mean, I had to create profiles on the Disney Plus app yesterday for her and him because apparently he likes watching Mickey Mouse Club. I'm like, he's 9 months old. He doesn't know what the fuck he likes. But it's like, because she's like, we got to get the Disney Channel. I'm like, we have it. I told you the other day. I upgraded from just ESPN Plus to the Hulu, ESPN Disney Plus bundle because it was an extra $1 to get all 3 of those because I want to watch Family Guy. So I had to set it all up so we could watch Mickey Mouse Club. Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
Is Justin Timberlake still on that?
Fuck no, not that one. The animated Mickey Mouse and Friends Club thing.
I'm just fucking with you, man.
Oh, God damn it.
You know, I thought once my nephew Doofus got a little bit older and he stopped watching that stuff out, I was done with it. No, I had to have a kid.
Now this next super chat is about Disney. I looked into this. TLJ Screwjob. He says thoughts on the Proud Family Louder and Prouder reboot, where they show in real life hands up, don't shoot photo and talk about effing reparations. The Proud Family was a show. What?
I said if that's the case, that sucks.
Yeah, that's it. I did look into the clips and stuff because people have been sending us a lot, and not going to make any content because I was never a Proud Family fan, so I couldn't say, oh, this is against whatever the Proud Family stands for. I'll be honest. When that show was coming out 20-something years ago, the way they promoted it is this certain type of show. I was like, that ain't for me, and I'm this fucking demographic. It was sold a certain way, and I was not interested. Honestly, the Proud Family looked more like a girl's cartoon than a boy's cartoon. That's the main reason I didn't want to watch it, because that shit didn't appeal to me. At that age, I wanted to watch the WWF. If it wasn't The Rock, it wasn't cool. And if it was the Proud Family, I just thought, whatever. So I was aware of it. I had seen commercials, and I've seen episodes. I love animation. I'll watch almost any cartoon. That being said, I saw the clips that you're talking about, and I just thought, who is this really for the audience of the Proud Family, or is this for the people that make it to feel better, or what is that? Because
probably the latter.
Yeah. I mean, I understand it's really good to put important issues in entertainment. It's great to be able to teach kids stuff at an early age. I feel like we grew up in the decades where that was knowledge was really power. Like LeVar Burton did more to educate people than anybody on TV. Mr. Rogers, all these
national treasure.
Yeah. Like he could have been a host of Jeopardy. I would have been very cool with that. I loved LeVar Burton in that realm. That being said though, like, this, from what the clips I've watched and all of that's, the content that's out there, it doesn't feel like it's education as more of it's just like saying something to say it, and then the show goes on. It's kind of like there's a clip where they bitch about the one character not dating anything but white girls, and I'm like, in a kid's cartoon? Like, I didn't realize that was a topic of discussion in a kid's show, but whatever. I guess I'm just old at 34, so. Those are my thoughts on the Proud Family stuff. I wasn't going to watch it because I didn't like the original run, and that's really all she wrote. If anything crazy pops up, we'll comment on it. We'll talk about it, of course. But I think Beyonce sang the theme song. That's all I knew about the show. TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. On the Disney meeting yesterday, someone unironically said, "It's so great to have you back on these calls, Bob." VR joked about it, about them going under the desk. Yeah, Bob Iger's back at Disney, folks, to fix the problems he made the first time around. Like, appointing Bob Chapek. Thank you. Here we go. Great man, great name, Dixon Cider. Remember when you eat the devil's corn, you choke on his cob. Still working on Dion's body pillow. Centaur is love. Nay!
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Now, up next we have a lot of these tonight. Thank you, folks, for joining the Patreon, for joining this, for joining that. We feel loved. Adam Walford says, the ultimate crossover, the Ghostbusters and Morty and Doc Brown. Also with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Last Starfighter Lego sets.
Dude, Last Starfighter would be a wonderful Lego set. Holy shit. That would be cool. Yeah, I'd love like the set with the, a set with the arcade game, and then like the ship that unfolds. That would be fucking great.
So what you're telling me is for Patreon we'll do a Last Starfighter commentary, and that'll be on the
God,
program
yes.
as well.
Oh my God, dude! I haven't watched a movie in forever. I remember them saying they wanted to do like a female version of it or something. I'm glad that never came up again.
The reason why I'm glad they can't do it is because I don't want this movie to be remade at all. The story of this kid going to the arcade and getting chosen, like, you would have to modernize it to, an online game, but that's not the same level of cool. Like, this arcade machine that you go to, it's such a relic of the past. And we've had so many science fiction and other kinds of movies with younger characters. I don't think that story tells anything anymore. It's just the fact that, 40 years ago, it was a great concept. 40 years later, there's like 12 things that are just like it. So
yeah.
You're cashing on a name that's not even a big name anymore.
No, and the thing is that like it's gonna fade it off, and I don't think you could cash on that IP again, even if they did like even if they remade the Last Starfighter and kept the name and the font, all that other bullshit, they wouldn't make any money. They would not make any money because it's such a niche thing that there was only one of, and there was never a part 2 of or anything else. So there's never any follow up on it. That it would just be a waste of their time to do a remake of it.
All that beautiful CGI from the 1980s, Nick. Oh, couldn't top that either.
It was terrible, but it was also glorious.
Xavier to God, I'm going to have to pull this up real quick, but thank you. We're going to have to rank Marvel Phase 4 real quick, guys. So instead of asking you to pick movies off the top of your head and all this random crap, I'm just going to put the image on screen, and we'll just stick with the movies. Because if we try to do all the TV shows and stuff, it'll be too much.
Yeah, that's way too much.
So here you go. I got this on screen right here. Pulling this up. Thank you, Xavier to God. By the way, folks, we will be talking about Ant-Man in a moment, and next week. Guys, I'm going to go make sure I can see Ant-Man probably right before the show. So we'll start a little later, but we'll have an Ant-Man review for the audience. So we'll work that out logistically. I should have said something at the beginning of the show. Excuse me. I did step away to go get something to drink, and it's not a soft drink, so I'm feeling pretty good. Now, the stuff that is on screen in front of you is Marvel Phase 4. I'll go first since I made a Marvel video today. From best to worst, right? Is that what you asked for? Best to worst? It doesn't matter what the order is. Best to worst, worst to best. I will go in this order, from shittiest to the best. Shittiest is Eternals. Then it goes Thor. Then it goes Shang-Chi. Then it goes Black Widow. Then it goes Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man is legitimately fun and good, and that's the best of Phase 4.
Yeah, I'll start the same. Let's go Eternals. Let's go Shang-Chi. Well, I haven't watched Thor, so I'm not gonna put that in there. Let's go Shang-Chi. Because that was fucking awful. Let's see. Black Widow, yeah. And then let's. Am I missing anything? I mean, I guess Spider-Man on top of that, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because I didn't watch Doctor Strange, so
I liked that one.
Yeah, I should probably go watch it just because of it being Sam Raimi, but it's just a fucking MCU movie. That's like what's holding me back.
But when you watch it, you'll forget that it's an MCU movie for chunks of it, and you're like, wow, this is really just a Sam Raimi movie. That's why most people bitched about it, because they don't like Sam Raimi movies. They like to think they like The Evil Dead and all those movies, but they like Ash Williams around Halloween, or they like to say Groovy or some dumb shit like talking about their boobs, but they don't like Sam Raimi.
No, he's got a style. He's got a style.
Kendo had to step away for a moment, so. Oh yeah, Wakanda Forever. I'm sorry, I forgot Wakanda Forever. Let's put that.
Oh dear God, I didn't watch that one either. So
that's at the bottom.
Yeah,
that's better than Eternals, but that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch that one either. I didn't stand in line to give my all my tickets to a black family or whatever. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I appreciated your tickets. Half of me at least.
That was such a weird thing. Did you see those videos?
About like reparation Black Panther give your tickets to people?
Yeah.
No, I know dumb shit like that exists, but
like I also love that Disney's convinced people that your activism is giving us your fucking money for a movie. Like that's what it is. That's your activism. Giving a corporation your hard-earned money for a movie. That's what it is.
I hate that people buy into that dumb shit.
No, me too. And I've pointed out to people all the time. I'm like, you do realize like your activism is giving a multi-billion-dollar corporation that hates everybody really your money because you want to feel vindicated because of your race in this movie. That's why.
Hopefully it works for them.
I mean, they're going to be $20 lighter, so.
TLJ Screwjob has an important question. When will baby OJ and D2 learn that 2 + 2 = Thomas Jefferson, sucker? TLJ Screwjob also says, can we look up the guy that lost to Kurt Angle in 1996? Because not only did he get a never heard of medal, as Jerry Seinfeld said, but the guy that beat him had a broken frickin' neck. Double dishonor. Those are two from TLJ Screwjob.
Oh, jeez, man.
Kendo, can you look that up while I read the next couple super chats? Who did Kurt Angle beat in the finals of the Olympics? Or Nick, somebody? Xavier to God, thank you very much. He says, fuck, marry, kill. Star Wars, Clone Wars movie, show, and micro series. Oh, okay. This is a fun one, actually. I'm going to marry the show, fuck the micro series, and kill the movie because the movie is like 3 episodes of the show, and it's not that great. But when you get to the actual show, it's some of the best Star Wars content I've seen. And dude, the micro series is awesome. I had never seen Star Wars animated before, and it was stylized and crazy and quiet, but it had the real sound effects. If you haven't watched that series, folks, do yourselves a favor and check it out. TLJ Screwjob also says, man, Madonna the Hutt, kill it with fire. Just some time. Metal Sandman 999 asks, can I get a Jamoram, please? Of course you can. Just give me a quick moment to get it up here. And that's what she said. Oh.
Jamoram! Boom.
There we are. Thank you, Metal Sandman. TLJ Screwjob says, I also love I love Alec told cops I refuse to check the gun. Yeah, Baldwin is not a guy that was... I want to call him a diva for many different reasons, but not because of anything but, like, Dude, you're supposed to be aware of all that stuff. You're an executive producer on a film. You're not just an actor. You don't have that ignorance that you can feign.
I'm Alec Baldwin. I bear no responsibilities for anything. The rules don't apply to me.
Xavier to God has a fuck, marry, kill for me. Jeff, GoldenEye, San Andreas, and Resident Evil 4. Well,
Yikes.
Thank you very much for making me pick something very hard. I can't believe I'm going to kill Resident Evil 4 so quickly. I do love Resident Evil 4. It's a great game, but it's something I got into a little older. As a kid, GoldenEye was my jam, and as a teenager, San Andreas was my jam. Now, having gone back and playing both of those games through remasters and re-releases 10, 20, 25 years later, GoldenEye is way more fun than San Andreas is still. Like, San Andreas is still a great game, and I enjoy it thoroughly, but GTA 5 really evolved most of San Andreas. So, if I can't play San Andreas, and I can play 5, it's almost like scratching the itch. But GoldenEye, there's nothing like it, and I'm going to play it tonight and finish the game on 00 Agent and unlock everything. And then, folks, I might work on the achievements, but I'll do some more streams. I'm going to try to beat my 45-minute time, or my 49-minute time. I want to do 45 minutes or less. So, WCBS Gaming on Twitch. Follow us for all the updates. TLJ Screwjob says, I genuinely hope he gets at least a month in jail. For Alec Baldwin?
I mean, I want him to see more than a month, but that's just my own personal bias against him.
I want to keep him in jail. Well, I personally just want justice to be served. I'm not here to decide what happens. But whatever the outcome is, I respect it. But fuck you, Alec Baldwin, you're weak. TLJ Screwjob says, fuck, marry, kill. Spider-Man, X-Men, Blade trilogy. Ooh. I guess I'm going to fuck the X-Men trilogy, marry the Spider-Man trilogy, and kill the Blade trilogy. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
Blade
my
trilogy.
answer too.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Because the Blade, like, I would love the Blade trilogy to be better than what it is, but you know, you got the first one, the second one's really good, and the third one fucking drops off. So
yeah, Triple H just couldn't carry that. This isn't WrestleMania 19.
no, and yeah, they went way too big for the third one. Having Triple H in there, Ryan Reynolds, and what's her name as well,
Jessica Biel.
Thank you, Jessica Biel. Yeah, so yeah, it was like it was too big for it, and it was, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. And also, like, resurrecting Dracula and this other bullshit was fucking weird.
You know, Dion, you were the first person I ever watched that movie with. Actually, you're the friend that made me value all action movies, good or bad, because there's going to be good shit in it. So,
Right.
Blade Trinity is one of those movies where it's like, this sucks, but at least it's got some
You
cool
can still
shit
have
in
fun
it.
with it. Yeah,
you definitely have fun with it. You definitely have fun with it for sure.
Here's the most true, accurate statement about Blade Trinity. It ain't good, but it's better than the TV show.
That's for damn sure.
Oh, dude, that TV show was on. What the fuck channel was it?
Spike.
Thank you, Spike.
The only thing that can kill a vampire. Spike your heart.
God damn it. That actually, Jeff, that'll kill most things.
Yeah, don't test it out on any of us though. We'll just take our word for it.
Yeah,
We don't like it.
Yeah, a spike through the heart will kill most things. God, that fucking network. Jeez.
Now, up next, we have our friend Xavier to God, who just went. Sorry. It's Breadman Productions. He says, I'm going across the pond later this year, so I'm going through all the Bond films again. Excellent choice. Have you guys seen the Sound of 007 documentary on Prime Video? It is number one on my queue.
I scrolled past it. But no, Breadman, if you're going to the UK, man, go check out the museum. I think it's either the museum that's dedicated to either James Bond or is dedicated to espionage in general. I forget what it is, but look it up, make a day of it, go check it out. It's fucking worth it. And also walk past the MI6 building. It's right there.
Vauxhall Cross?
Yeah. It's like it's just a giant it's like they'll tell you on a tour the building's right there. You know, like it's just on the way it is in is it in one of the movies where they show it on the river or whatever, like that's how it is there. And like the tours go by, they tell you where it is, they tell you what you know, it's the MI6 building, you know, this, that, and the other. And yeah, it's just sitting there.
Well, when we go for our world tour in 2025, we'll make the UK one of our first stops. Kendo, you're gonna have to take point on planning all the shit we do, though.
Sure.
All the pubs we go to, and all the pubs we go to, and all the football matches we go to.
All the pubs are pretty much gonna be Weatherspoons, but okay.
Kendo's just gonna get full on curry. That's what's gonna happen.
That's true. Nothing like a good chip shop curry, except for maybe some fucking fish cakes.
There you go. There you go.
One of the happiest moments of my entire life was getting completely fucking smashed at the Trafford pub. They didn't serve any food other than chips and like potato chips, and walked across the street. Guy was getting ready to close shop. All he had left was 3 fish cakes, and I don't remember what the hell else it was. Bought those, sat there on the street corner eating those so I could go back inside and drink some more beer. What a fucking
Dude, that is awesome.
Oh God, it was fun. The best Christmas of my entire life was spent 4,000 miles away from anybody who knew who I was, with the exception of the people that I knew in England that I was staying with.
Fair enough.
Now, Breadman Productions, let us know how your trip goes, and tell everybody in the chat, what's your favorite Bond song? And I do mean title song, not piece of score. Like, to be fair, you can use the James Bond theme since it's the title song to Dr. No, but let me know in the chat. I'll go off the top of my head, A View to a Kill. That's one of my all-time favorites. What do you guys like?
Skyfall. I'm not an Adele
song.
fan, but I really like that song.
Yeah, dude, that is a good one. I do like the garbage version of the Bond song.
Oh, The World's Not Enough?
Yeah,
that's
thank
good too.
enough. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good one.
They I saw them perform live mid last year. They opened for Tears for Fears, and man, they sounded awesome.
That's good. I'm glad they still sound good, man. That's good to hear.
Garbage was a hell of a show. Xavier to God, thank you very much. Fuck, Marry, Kill. Superman movies before Man of Steel. Batman movies before Batman Begins. And Spider-Man movies before the Amazing films. Oh, okay. Ooh. So the Burton-verse, the Donner stuff, and the Raimi trilogy.
The Raimi-verse.
Okay. I can marry the Spider-Man movies, fuck the Batman movies, and kill the Superman movies.
Damn.
All right. So unfortunately, I have to kill the Superman movies because as good as 1 and 2 are, 3 and 4 drop down a bit. Here's where it's tough because it's like, if I only fuck the Batman movies, I get the one movie that's better than all those other movies in what we just talked about, but only for a short period of time. But do I really want to marry Batman and Robin? I don't think I do. And I have an appreciation for Spider-Man 3 that I wouldn't have had in 2007 that I got because of the Amazing movies. So I'm going to marry Spider-Man and fuck Batman.
Party time.
I'll fuck Superman because that was, they at least started the comic book movies with that. They
First
tried. 2
were so good.
Yeah. No, first 2 are fucking amazing, especially when you hear that the theme in the first movie. When you first hear it,
it hits
fucking amazing.
It hits awesomely.
It does, man. It's like hearing Highway to the Danger Zone. It's there. It gets you. Yeah, I'll fuck Superman. I'll marry Batman. I'm down for some weird shit. I'll marry Batman and kill Spider-Man. Unfortunately, I do love Spider-Man. It is really, really good. It's like, I want to say it's the peak of comic book movies. Even with the MCU stuff, it's still there because the technology wasn't there yet, the audience wasn't there yet, but they fucking did it anyways, and they did a damn good job.
Thank you, Xavier to God. Shrebbles08 says, I'll take a Dookie and a Joe Rogan slap nut again, please. Sure, no problem. We'll get you going. Let's get this back to here, and here's the first
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
It's Mr. Flatnut to you.
And then I smell something.
What's that smell?
God, what a terrible movie.
We should watch.
Oh,
that
holy shit! We got a giant. Yeah. Hold on,
Yeah.
math time, guys. It's time for
You
some
know, they
math.
say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, if we used to go one-on-one, and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Thank you so much to our friend Darius Harvey for the math promo, please. LOL. Darius, if there's anything else you'd like us to press for that amazing super chat, please let us know. Because
that contributes to our members only jackets.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. We can all have different colors. Off the top of your head, Nick, what color do you want?
Purple. I like purple.
Kendo?
Red.
I think I'm gonna go for red. Do they make a blue one? Oh shit, they got a black one.
Oh, I'm sure they've got blue.
They got the gray like Lape. All right, guys. So, luckily, we have some decent color choices. We have gray, slate, khaki, white, black, burgundy, dusky sky, light pink, red, dark green, wheat, light gray, navy, and soft yellow.
Dark green's a good one too. So is Kahaki.
Kahaki?
Yeah.
Actually, the dark green is the coolest one. That might be the one I go for.
Yeah, I feel like the dark green makes it look like a golfer.
Yeah, I like Caddyshack.
You like the golf?
I do want to learn more about
Not
the golf.
good at it, but I do like doing it.
Now, what we'll do... Oh, shit. You know what we should do is we should make a patch that we put on our jacket that then we can offer the audience. So if they want to just get a patch to hang out with us. You don't need to get a members-only jacket to join our membership program, folks. That's for us to wear for the streams. But if you want to get a members-only jacket, go to membersonly.com.
Yeah.
We don't benefit at all.
Yeah, we'll get a badge or a patch. It'll look like a badge. Got listeners, carry it around in your wallet. When a cop pulls you over, immediately grab for it and open it up, and let them know you're part of the clique, and you'll be okay.
Yeah, reach for it real fast. There you go.
Yeah. Always keep it in your front pocket too, so that way or get one of those like belt wallet things, and then just have your shirt pulled up over it, so that way when they do, they're like, you know how fast you were going, just reach under there, you'll be fine. You got a badge. You got one of our badges. You'll be okay. So worst that could happen, they let you go with a fucking warning.
Yeah. Wait, they got leather members only jackets?
Oh boy.
Yeah, we should go for leather. Yeah. They even have fur. That's too weird. Moving on.
Seems a bit odd. Like the leather one is like daddy's only jackets.
Daddy's only. Oh man.
Oh, they're faux leather, so that's kind of lame.
Oh,
yeah.
I want to eat my cow and then wear it afterwards.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly the way.
That's what this country's all about.
Yes, that's exactly what this country's all about.
Using the entire animal. Have we learned nothing?
No, we haven't. And it's sad how much we've lost with how little we've learned.
Yeah.
And now a naked Indian's going to walk out from the side of the page and cry a tear like that fucking commercial.
Yeah. Where's John Redcorn when you need him?
I loved to learn that guy was Italian.
Yeah, just like Chief J Strongbow.
It's fucking hilarious.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you to Xavier to God. Thank you to Breadman Productions. And thank you to Shrubbles08. TLJ Screwjob's up next. It says, Hulk breathing Bonesaw and Double J guitar, please. Of course. Ask and you shall receive. What I'm going to do after this is, since we got a lot of requests and stuff, we're going to talk about Ant-Man, and then we're going to have fun closing out the show, pressing buttons, shooting the shit, and just having insanity happen. So let me reread what those were. All right, Hulk Hogan first, and then we'll go from there. Brother, we coming for you. That's a... No, I want to put that button on the channel, but I don't want to censor it. I don't want to get taken down. You know what I mean.
Put it... No. Oh, yeah, we coming for you, Nubian.
Yeah.
You can put that button on the channel. You just can only hit it on the members-only streams.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
because fairly certain Susan doesn't watch those. And if anything, you can always play the card of, I mean, look at us. Two of us can say it. One, maybe. Him, no. But he's not the one that did it.
Nope. All right, so here's your first button that you requested.
See, what you need that fucking Gawker video and just put that over it.
Oh, God.
Now with sound effects.
That'd be disgusting.
And funny.
True. And now we have to press the next one, so let's switch this over. But that's okay, we don't have to press these. These are actually fun ones, because they're wrestling related, and they're Spider-Man related, so, you know, there's always that.
R.I.P. that guy.
I know. And his brother.
And
Lanny passed away.
Yeah.
The genius is no more, folks. May he rest in peace. Oh, Kendo. I saw something cool. I don't know if you saw this on social media too, but at the Cincinnati Reds Museum, they have a game-used bat from Macho Man.
Yes, I am aware of that because he was in, fun fact, he was in the Cincinnati Reds and the St. Louis Cardinals farm systems because there's a very widely circulated picture of a Randall Poffo baseball card where I guess because I think the Cardinals drafted him, but then they traded him away to like the Reds.
I'm kind of glad that went down because the Macho Man is the greatest wrestler of the 80s,
right?
Maybe of all time. So he won. Yeah. Very rarely do you lose out on a dream career only to become even bigger of a star.
Yeah, Randy Poffo, Cincinnati baseball card. We might have to buy these. I'm gonna look right now.
We should get them.
See if he can autograph them for us.
Yeah, I think he might say yes. We seem like cool guys.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
No.
Holy shit. Jamie, pull that video up.
It's Mr. Flatnut to you.
Do you think we could get Beetlejuice to sign a fucking Jeff Jarrett action figure?
I'm sure for the right price he'll do anything. I don't think he's going to cost very much money for that, but hey. Now, guys, I wanted to bring this up because I dropped a video and I wanted to talk about this as we close out the show. But the early reviews for Ant-Man and the Wasp are out, and they're not very good. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is normally during this time, these are when the shills are out in full force to review the movie. They're the ones that are out there, you know, at this point in time, this is when Suicide Squad was considered a great iconic film, or how great Birds of Prey was, or all these early DC films, or some of these earlier Marvel films that actually suck. This is the time where they get praise, but now this film is actually getting not the kind of praise, not praise at all. There's articles that are saying that this early social media reaction is a bad omen, with critics saying that the film has so much going on, it doesn't have much of an emotional payoff, and the only character that's worth a damn is Kang, because everything else is just moving too quickly. And they're concerned that this might be the direction the MCU faces because they're trying to rush to get to
Kang versus the Avengers versus every superhero ever, and they're not really building it up properly. So I guess what I'm trying to ask you guys is, are you surprised that this is the case with Ant-Man 3?
No.
Yes and no. Like, am I surprised this is happening with an Ant-Man movie? Yeah, kind of, because the first one's really good, and the second one's pretty decent. And, you know, Paul Rudd's really good at what he does, and Evangeline Lilly is... But I'm also not surprised, because it's the fucking direction that Marvel Phase 4 or 5 or whatever the fucking phase we are on now is. It's the same thing that's been going on ever since Endgame, man. You know, people are just... They went in different directions with the movies. There's like no fucking cohesive story. There's nothing that's being built to it. They're just fucking putting them out there for the sake of putting them out there.
I agree. I mean, that's the sentiment I've had since 2019 myself. And I love comics, and I love Kang the Conqueror, and I'm very much interested in the idea of time travel with the Avengers and stuff like that. Multiverses, quantum shit, and all this other crap, they've kind of lumped it in. It's too much. And I know, folks, this sounds kind of crazy, but if I go, it's too much, then that should be like what Hollywood listens to. Because I will read constantly, and all these books, I'll go back into the archives. I will find out all the shit about the universe and the lore and how it works and how their science works and all this stuff. And so I'm ready for it all. But there's just a line that Marvel has crossed. Simplicity used to be their secret, really. The Avengers has got a lot going on, but not as much going on as the next films. That's why those movies really resonate and stick around. It's about these core tropes in entertainment that work. You know, man versus machine, man versus society, man versus nature, man versus himself. Those are the movies. Man versus machine could be Iron Man or man versus self. Same thing with Thor, man versus self. Captain America, man versus society or man versus self. You don't really have these things anymore in the Marvel movies. Now it's man versus self versus self versus self, infinity through the multiverse. You're like, what the fuck does that even mean? So I thought this was an inevitability, like Thanos, but I wish it was not Ant-Man that was going to be kind of one that Marvel overlooks. I thought the last Ant-Man was pretty shitty, and the first one was damn good, and so I didn't think they could really risk doing that with the property and keeping it relevant. And based on these reviews, it seems like that's going to be the case. And I, for one, am sad because I love Paul Rudd. I love what he brings to Marvel, and I love what Ant-Man brings to Marvel. That fun heist nature with all these, you know, small, lower tier characters. It was great. The first one's legitimately great, man. But I'm bummed out. Even though I'm going to review this next week for the channel, I don't have too high of hopes. And with that being... Okay.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, Ant-Man's one of my favorite one of the favorite movies I like out of the MCU. I love the first two. I think they're both really funny and really good in what they build with just, you know, their own characters. And when I saw the trailer for this one, I was like, it doesn't feel the same. You know, it doesn't feel like the like you said, the fun heist kind of movies we had in the first two. And this just feels like they're transitioning from Phase 4 to Phase 5. And they're trying to, because, you know, they haven't done a movie with Ant-Man yet, they're going to, you know, lump him in and do the quantum realm into time travel or whatever the hell it is that they're trying to do with this. I don't fucking know. And I'm not there for it. And I don't think a lot of people are. And also, I think with the news kind of shitting on it now, which is surprising, I think Disney's cut off a lot of access to the movies, and that's why you're hearing this from a lot of the news outlets, because like they're no longer getting anything for shilling for Disney, you know. And now all these people are just like, well, if your movie's shit, we're gonna call it shit now.
Which makes me happy, because for a couple years, man, they were calling it like they saw it, except with Disney movies.
Yeah, it was infuriating. Where like every time an MCU movie came out, it's like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm just like, it was okay. Yeah. And I mean, and like as we saw, like that's because they were getting passes and coming to, you know, events and things and all this other stuff. And I think Disney has just cut that off. And because of that, these guys are not getting, you know, not getting quote unquote paid anymore. Because of it, they're you know, they're giving their true reviews now.
I like that. I would rather know what I'm going to get into before, you know, I get there, instead of, oh man, I heard this is great. I heard this is great. I heard this is great.
I really don't. I tend not to read reviews. There's the Jeff that goes to a movie for my own personal satisfaction, and then the movies that I go to for this channel. And Ant-Man is a movie I do for the channel, so knowing about it, getting ready for it, it's kind of one and the same. But like going to see, for example, what did I just see this weekend? Wow, my mind's drawing a blank. I went to the movie and saw something and I liked it. So either way, well, I went and saw Plane or whatever I saw the other week.
Oh,
like,
Plane.
Yeah, Plane was fine. Plane was cool.
Yeah, no,
Plane
Plane is fine. Plane is entirely fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Plane is a movie I am very happy to watch again.
Yeah, Plane feels like it's a Sci-Fi Channel action movie. Like that's what it feels like.
With a better budget.
Yeah, with a slightly bigger budget.
It's like Gerard Butler and Mike Coulter did a damn good job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It wasn't very demanding of a job, but they did a good job doing what they had to do.
Definitely.
I love the early year dad rock action movies. They always deliver. They never fail. They're always like a level of okay to great. Because like Taken creates the genre. And then you get all kinds of shit that comes out. Then last year or 2 years ago, you had Nobody with Bob Odenkirk. This year you have this one. And you're kind of spreading the wealth, too, of the actors that you're getting in here. It's like, yeah, Gerard Butler proved himself with 300 and then became a dad rock action star with the Olympus Has Fallen franchise. But like, Liam Neeson and Bob Odenkirk and these guys that traditionally, Bob Odenkirk, traditionally not an action star. Shit works great. I can't wait for whatever comes out next year.
I think I've heard they're doing a Nobody Part 2 as well. So they're perpetuating that universe as well. So
good.
And we are getting John Wick 4 this year, and we're going to get Ballerina as well at some point. So
I will be watching John Wick 4 day one.
Me too.
It'll be okay. That's a movie we'll talk about on the channel earlier than we'll probably all go see the movie as soon as it comes out. So we'll just get together and record something. But like that's the type of movie like I'm gonna go see, and I want to give it some time to marinate too, because all the John Wicks have been great. Like I don't expect anything but another great movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now, folks, I'm saying that, so if it sucks, you can quote me on this date, and you can watch my heart.
I don't know. Like the trailer looks fun. Like it looks interesting. Like they're going to go higher up into the echelon of the fucking, I don't know, people who are controlling the assassins and the whole their world and everything. So it looks interesting. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
We will, folks. We're just a couple of weeks out from that. We have some decent stuff coming out this year. So Cocaine Bear will be reviewed. All sorts of things will be reviewed here on the channel. Now, there really isn't much else to say about Ant-Man, do you guys think? We'll have a review for it. We'll have a lot more an in-depth look at it.
I'll watch it.
And, guys, what we should do is we should get together and do a commentary for the first Ant-Man, if we haven't done one on Patreon already.
I'm in. I love that movie.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
It's one of those Marvel, like, if I could control how everyone would see the best Marvel movies, like the hierarchy, Ant-Man would be in the top 10 for sure. To me, is that great. Of like, for what it is awesome. It's a small heist movie with great acting and great comedy.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's really fun, and it's definitely, for me, it's very much rewatchable. That's why I love it.
It was my favorite Christmas gift of that year because I asked for it on Blu-ray. I got that. I got Avengers, Age of Ultron, and a couple games and shit like that. But man, that Ant-Man disc, I took it up to Michigan. I'm like, Dion, we gotta watch this movie. Fucking loved it too. So.
Oh yeah.
Now let's check back in with the audience before we put this baby to bed. This has been a fun show tonight, folks. I'd like to thank all the members who've joined us. You know what? Let's give you guys a quick shout out because we just had another member join. Etep Wakoyan became a gold member. Thank you very much, Etep.
We love our members.
Yeah.
We do love our members. Now, let me refresh the page and thank the new members.
We love to watch them grow.
Oh, yeah. Remind me to make that button.
Yep.
So, this is very nice. We have 17 members in our first episode. Now, folks, we're going to be talking about the
a lot of members
program and videos. Yeah, a lot of members. The man with 17 members. So, we'd like to thank Joey, Etepakoyan's Place to Be Reviews, Zombie Box Reviews, Joseph Bienowich, Rob Brantz, Enrique Vasquez, Zach Z, Isato Fortune, Clone Geek, Patrick Youngmark, Force User,
TLJ Screwjob, Dean H, and Matt G for joining at the Gold membership. Now, you guys are going to get all kinds of fun stuff, the exclusive streams, the exclusive chats, the exclusive access to the polls and stuff like that. Now, at the next level...
An autographed copy of Gold Member by us.
Yes, we've made the film Gold Member, and when we finish producing it, we're going to send you a copy of it.
If you buy the movie Gold Member, we will sign it.
Yeah, of course. We'll sign whatever you need us to, except legal documents.
Right, and checks.
Yes. And then also, I would like to thank Sejorjan as well as Xavier to God for joining at our premium membership level. So you guys joined at that tier. Is that the top tier? No, you guys joined at that tier. And then we even have the elite tier, which has all sorts of bonus stuff as well. So guys, folks, we're not going to really talk about the tiers and stuff anymore. You guys can check it out. We're not here to try to pitch you stuff. We're just here to tell you there's more coming. So if you want more, you don't want FOMO. That's the thing you want to avoid is the FOMO. Because if you're like, hey, guys, if somebody in the chat on Thursday goes, hey, Jeff, we loved your episode where you interviewed the guy from Batman the Animated Series or something. And everyone's like, I didn't see that episode on the channel. I go, yeah, because it's a members-only program. See, that's why we want to let you know. Because I have things working in the pipeline. I got some people that were involved with some shows that we love. And they're coming on the channel. I got a date. I got a time. I got everything locked in. That's happening. And I got more of that stuff coming your way. See, folks, I'm working behind the scenes to make WCBS the epitome of pop culture. So now the pieces are in play, and it's time for you to see some of the moves we're making. So enjoy that. We'll make announcements all the time, like our WrestleMania meetup. We'll press the button at the end of the show tonight, and we'll see you all out here in Southern California in a few short weeks. Next week, I'll have some more information to announce, and I'll be making a special kind of post or some kind of one location where everyone can go and check it out. Maybe I'll drop a couple bucks and get the world's shittiest basic web page. That could be done in an afternoon.
Yeah.
Now,
no, totally. Sign up, become a member, and show everyone that you know your membership.
Okay, so I was originally going to have it called Bronze, Silver, and Gold member, but then I'm like, I hate Gold member, and it's not funny enough to like tie the whole channel membership to like that one dick joke.
But if you are a member of this channel, buy a copy of Gold Member, and we will sign it.
Yes. Any Austin Powers merchandise you'd like us to sign.
You can just hand me any DVD, and I will sign it. I'll be like, yeah, there you go.
I won't sign a copy. I won't sign your copies of Passenger 57. I'm just putting that out there. I won't even tell you why.
Oh my god, that fucking movie. Oh jeez, dude, that movie came on ABC on like Saturday nights all the fucking time for some reason. I don't know why they kept playing that movie. It was so weird.
Because Wesley Snipes was the coolest action star of the 90s?
That's true. Hey, speaking of which, they're redoing White Man Can't Jump.
I saw that trailer when I went and saw Plane, and my eyes rolled back so hard.
I don't know why they need to remake it. Pretty sure they still can't jump.
You are the resident expert on white men and their ability to hop, so...
I can't jump really great. I mean, I used to be able to run, used to be fairly athletic jumping. If it was like to catch a ball or something, just fine. But if you want to see me high jump or something, I'm fucking going to probably yoke myself in the throat with that bar.
Oh, God.
I'm not built for speed. I'm built for comfort, so...
Right.
Oh, man. But no, like I feel like
other than jumping.
I feel like White Man Can't Jump was part of that of the weird trilogy that Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson did.
Money Train, that's the good one.
Dude, fucking love Money Train. Oh my god,
yeah,
I love Money Train so much.
Killers.
Yes.
Which one? Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, but Money Train, dude, I love Money Train so much. I've watched the fuck out of it. It's so 90s, and you get and also you get like Jennifer Lopez is one of her first movies, and she's like fucking hot.
It's Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer.
Taco flavor cheese.
The way Pete does that, I can never keep it together.
Dude, I love it so much.
Oh man, but no, that fucking Money Train. Jeez, love it. So much fun.
We got just a handful more super chats, and then we're gonna close this baby out. This has been a fun episode, folks. I'd like to thank everybody.
First up, TLJ Screwjob has a Fuck, Marry, Kill. Weird Al songs. Eat It, Smells Like Nirvana, and White and Nerdy.
I'm killing White and Nerdy. I'm marrying Smells Like Nirvana. And I'm going to fuck Eat It.
I will fuck Eat It. I will marry White and Nerdy, and I will kill Smells Like Nirvana.
Marion Smells Like Nirvana. I fucking love that song. I'm gonna fuck White and Nerdy, and I'm gonna kill Eat It.
That's okay. I mean, there is no loser here. These are three of Weird Al's best songs in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Amish Paradise is up there as well.
By the way, if you ever get a chance to see the man in concert, fucking do it. It's worth it. It's worth every penny. It's so much. He's so much fun.
And if you get a chance, actually buy his albums, because there are lots of songs on his albums that aren't the big parodies and things like that you don't hear about, and they are equally fucking golden. So like, if you get a chance to just buy an album and you'll love it. Like I had the one where he made fun of Coolio. And there was a song on there called "The Night Santa Went Crazy." I love that song. It's fucking awesome. It's about like Santa like shooting up the reindeer and fucking carpet bombing people's houses. It's awesome. It's great. I can't recommend it enough.
Let's see. That song was about being Amish, right? The parody he did.
Yep, that's the one.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. I remember
Now,
that shit.
This one's from MPause. Question for Professor Kendukin. Predict the potential path of America if President Kennedy had not been assassinated and LBJ was never in office. Teach Pause your knowledge.
Ooh. All right, so JFK doesn't get domed in Dallas. What happens? We still get into Vietnam because he was already committing us into Vietnam. Civil rights probably still happens because it was popular. And any swinging dick president at the time was going to sign that bill, whoever put it in front of his desk. He probably gets reelected, but then the Vietnam thing is hanging over his head, and obviously he's termed out in 1968, so Nixon probably still wins. So the only thing that would really happen is JFK wouldn't be this like lauded president that he is now, because half of the mystique around JFK and the greatness of JFK and all this stuff was he got his head fucking blown off on TV, and it was extremely tragic. And because of that, I think his administration is looked at a lot more favorably and a lot more rose-tinted glasses than it could have been, because the Bay of Pigs was a massive failure, but the Cuban Missile Crisis was a big deal. And he doesn't get the shit and the blame that fucking Johnson gets for the Vietnam debacle. So Kennedy doesn't get domed, then he gets the shit for the Vietnam debacle, because it was always going to be a debacle unless you went in there specifically to fucking bend them to your will, unrestricted warfare, which was never going to happen. And Lyndon Baines Johnson never becomes president. That's the main difference there, because Robert Kennedy was never going to become president. He probably doesn't get fucking shot, because if JFK's out in 1968, he's not running for president in 1968. So there you go.
What about JFK and his whole CIA thing where he didn't like them and he was trying to don't dismantle them, but take away their power or something like that? What would happen with that?
Well, so the Kennedys and J. Edgar Hoover, when this is the FBI, not necessarily the CIA, they had a very side-eye relationship, because Hoover had the dirt on him, but they also had the dirt on Hoover and his special friend. And Hoover didn't want that shit getting out there. And so there was definitely going to be just like a lot of side-eyed. And I don't know what would have happened with CIA and JFK, but Marilyn Monroe probably still goes tits up. That's about it. Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from all that, the biggest thing in history that would change, is the Kennedy administration wouldn't be seen as the Camelot fucking special thing that it is in most people's eyes, and Johnson never becomes president.
Interesting.
Well, there you go. Kendo, we should do an alternate reality history show for the membership program where people can send in stuff and you can tell them about it. I like
yes.
that.
Come in. I want to see all you members.
Grumpy Old Bastard, thank you very much for your very generous super chat. He says, I got my signed copy of Tits and Art and I love it. May I get a Jamoram? Yes, you may. Folks, if you want to get a copy of Tits and Art, signed or not, you can get one right now at titsandart.com. I ship out books on Fridays, so tomorrow the books will go out, and you guys can get a copy and be like our friend who else had one besides Grumpy Old Bastard. A few other people talked about getting them today. So, folks, get yourselves a copy. Like I said, I have limited numbers. It's a one-and-done print run, but people love it. The reviews are great. You can read those reviews over on Indiegogo as well. I'm very proud of the book, and I know you're going to love it. So, up next, we have the Jamoram button. I'm going to press right about...
Jamoram!
Love it. Never get tired of it. Darius Harvey, thank you very much. Because you sent in such a massive super chat, I'm going to close the show out again with another Steiner math. So, we'll be there in just a moment. TLJ Screwjob says, I meant a month, even if they go easy on Alec Baldwin. Oh, yeah, we got what you meant. He's got to get some time, man. You can't just cry your way out of this. You're not Sally Struthers. So Georgian, our first member. Now remind me, guys, that Georgian was the first member because I will always give him that title because that's cool. So Georgian says, "Fuck, Marry, Kill, WWE Spinner Belt Edition, rated R, the W, or the John Cena Custom."
I hated all those belts, so kill them all. I thought they were all stupid.
I wasn't a fan of any of them, but I can live with the Edge belt. So I'll marry the Edge belt, fuck the regular edition with the W, and kill the John Cena version.
Yeah. Dion agrees.
Yeah. And then finally, we had a super chat from our friend Matt G, who also joined our membership program. Thank you, Matt G. And Matt had sent just $1 with no message. But we did have one more from Xavier to God, another member. Thank you, Xavier to God. Fuck, Marry, Kill, Star Wars prequels. Easy.
Yeah, that one's super easy.
You go first, Kendo.
Marry episode 3, fuck episode 1, kill episode 2.
Yeah, that's exactly how you go.
I mean, there's no debating that. Anybody that wants to say, "Oh, I don't know, there's some merits to Attack," no, there isn't. There's no merits to Attack of the Clones. Half that movie is just bad fucking acting.
All that movie is bad fucking acting.
No, Ewan McGregor acted good. Christopher Lee was all right.
Yeah, from the high ground.
That was in episode 3.
But you know what? I'll give you the Christopher Lee. That was great. He's awesome.
Yeah, Christopher Lee and Ewan McGregor were the best part of that movie, which it didn't say a lot because that movie was just hot garbage.
It was garbage. Now, folks, we've reached the end of another awesome episode of World Class Bullshitters. We'll be back next week with another one. Be on the lookout for more content. I'll be making some stuff. I'll be dropping over the weekend, over the coming days, and there'll be new stuff for the members. What we're going to do, folks, I'll probably do this tomorrow morning, maybe Saturday morning at the latest, because I'm going to go back to the archives of our content here on YouTube, and I'm going to get everything that's delisted to members only. That way, everyone will have access to lots of stuff. Honestly, there are tons of shows, tons of streams, tons of things. We don't delist it because we're embarrassed or want to hide. It's because the algorithm used to punish us for live streams. Still does. We've been dealing with those issues for a while. But the point is, you'll have access to a lot of shit right off the bat. Then we're going to be working to migrate over the Patreon stuff, and you'll have huge access to a ton of digital content, as well as other access and other perks. And we'll be working on the Discord and other things at the higher level as well. So, folks, thank you for all the people who've joined us so far. Thank you to everyone who joins in the future. Be prepared for a lot of fun content, and be prepared for more from WCBS. Like we said, folks, nothing's going to go away. We're only going to make the experience richer. Nick, Kendo, is there anything you'd like to say before we put this baby to bed?
Free Yayo.
Yeah, since he's snoring away.
Kendo, have you seen the Clone Wars shows where the Micro series asks Xavier to God?
The Micro Machine series? No. I have seen a few episodes of the Clone Wars, and they are good. I like them of what I've watched, but I don't know about the Micro series. What the fuck is that?
Oh, it's the one that looks like Dexter's Laboratory. It's
I ain't watching that shit.
Oh, it was good, dude. It's like 20 years old, but
I'm sure it is, but I hated Dexter's Laboratory though, so you're gonna have to sell it a different way.
By the way, Xavier to God, shoot me a message. I'll take good care of you, man. So, all right, we're gonna get out of here. Dion's snoring away, and I'm gonna upload this episode to Podbean and take care of some business. So, folks, thank you for watching. We'll be back next time with more. But in the meantime, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com/we love our members.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at Sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning.